Good afternoon. You'll probably have noticed that no, I'm not at the game, of course, today. Um, I'll give it up. Uh, Let someone else have a little watch after the Fulham game. I thought I probably could do with a little cheeky break away from Arsenal. So yeah, I'll give my ticket up just for today's game, and hopefully enjoy some Arsenal in the comfort of my own home. Uh, at home match for a change, eh? Yeah, let's run through some team news because you'll see, and I'll leave it there, running through at the bottom of the screen, the banner. We got the team. We've obviously got Raya in goal, absolute no-brainer. Yuri and Timber, no-brainer. And you'll have obviously noticed that you've got Gabriel Magalhaes back. Um, so hopefully that's not a rushed thing. Of course, we want to see him back because one is the only defender, seemingly, bar sort of Saliba, he's chipped in recently, that can actually score from a set piece because that's the only way we can score, seemingly. Um, so it's really good to see, obviously, Gabriel Magalhaes back. Um, you just got to hope that it isn't rushed. That's the main thing. I just hope that he's ready to play today. Because in theory, we don't need Gabriel Magalhaes to beat Everton. I'd like to hope. I'd seriously like to hope we don't need a centre back to beat Everton, especially this sort of Everton, not at home. Um, and next to him, I actually think it's a really good decision from Mikel Arteta for a change. He's gone with young Miles Lewis Skelly at left back, which I think is the right call. Um, Obviously, injuries is going to play some form of selection in his selection mind. But we've seen a lot with Mikel Arteta that he'll put in a young player or give a young player a chance. They'll actually do quite well, but then what you also see with Mikel Arteta is he'll sling them down the side again for 2 or 3 sort of weeks. So it's sort of nice. There's going to be a good little bonus for Miles Lewis Skelly, to actually get a solid start in the Champions League on Wednesday and back it back up with another start again today. Um, as I said, it's injury dependent as well. It's not just Mikel Arteta making a brave decision. Injuries do have a part to play in that selection, but at least he's actually given him a little go. And obviously, as us Arsenal fans, we want to see players coming through our academy do well, don't we? Um, that goes without saying. Um, so obviously now in the midfield, he's rested Thomas Partey because Thomas Partey is actually on the bench. I think that's quite a good sort of move. He's been playing him at right back. We know how fragile Thomas Partey can be, especially breaking down with them injuries. So I think holding with Declan Rice at that 6, I reckon it makes a little bit sense. It's his best position. I haven't properly debated with Kenny about it, but I know Kenny Ken seems to like Declan Rice in that left 8. I'm sort of more with a Dan Potts-esque sort of opinion. I think Declan's best football's in the 6. Whilst he can't look, and not a lot of many sixes can do the Thomas Partey, receive the ball very well from defence and be able to turn and make a progressive pass and wriggle yourself out of tight spaces. Not a lot of central defensive mids can do that, and it's not one of Rice's strengths. However, in this Arsenal team, Declan Rice's best position is as a number 6. So I'm quite happy to see him there today, and Partey get a little bit of a rest. So he's obviously gone with Mikel Mourinho on that left 8. It's another opportunity for him to show his worth in the team, Mikel Mourinho. If you want me to give my honest opinion on Mikel Mourinho, not really a fan of what I've seen so far. Yes, all different people settle into different leagues at different stages of their careers at a different sort of pace. But especially considering, Calafiori and Marino were the 2 real sort of big signings of the summer and only signings. You need them in a wafer-thin squad, what Arsenal have got. You need them to hit the ground running. And both Calafiori and Marino, who we're specifically talking about, have had injuries. And to be fair, I don't think they have got up to the pace of the Premier League yet, and certainly not up to the pace of either Mikel Arteta's demands or Arsenal's demands. So it'd be quite interesting. I'm going to have a little bit of a microscope on Mourinho today, just to see what he's about. I expect Arsenal to have a lot of the ball, which means I expect Mourinho to have a lot of the ball, and hopefully he can, do what he can with the ball progressively, well, neat, because I've seen him give the ball away quite a lot. Yeah, he really hasn't. He really hasn't passed any sort of test for me yet. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans, if they were being honest, I don't think he's impressed a lot of them either. But obviously on the right hand side is Martin Odegaard, an absolute no brainer. We are a better team with him in the team. It's as simple as that. And there's also no real huge sort of surprises on the right hand side. You've got Bukayo Saka. Um, if it's either going to be Gabriel Magalhaes to score from a header today or Bukayo Saka doing something to win today, because it's the only two outlets that we've got, annoyingly. Um, Talking about outlets and or lack of, rather, we've obviously got Martinelli on the other side. I mean, it's I don't know how much more patience I've got with the kid, you know. It's sort of mad, you know, when you sort of think 18 months ago, you know, off the back of that title challenge 2 years ago, you know, when we was 5 or 8 points ahead. Um, I think he got 15 goals, a high level of assists, and you're sitting there and thinking, wow, man, we might have something generational here. You know, it's a great platform for him to go and build. And for 18 months, again, let's just all be honest with ourselves. You know, there's some people that really like him. I'm a massive fan of Martinelli, but I haven't been a massive fan of his output for the last 18 months. I love Arsenal. I don't love Martinelli. I will see players like Mark Overmars, like Robert Pires, like Martinelli's, they will come and go no matter how much of a mark that they leave. And at the minute, Martinelli is not leaving any mark on this Arsenal team. A skid mark, maybe. I mean, he needs to start getting some outlays seriously right within his game. Otherwise, you know, he's just going to be one that passing by. Are we playing him out of position? Is he a forward? Should Mikel Arteta play him more as a forward? I don't know. Probably should be given a little chance. Maybe making some progressive substitutions instead of like for likes all the time. Mikel Arteta don't see it, but I don't know. And then up front, of course, we've got Kai Havertz. Yeah, I mean, he's never, ever, ever, ever going to lead the line. He might be involved in an Arsenal title winning squad over the next 2 years, maybe, but not as the spearhead of the attack. I'm sorry, no way. The only way that's even conceivable is if we almost sign a carbon copy Mo Salah on the left-hand side. So we've got output on the right and left. That is the only conceivable way. And where's that left winger that's going to get us Mo Salah numbers or Sadio Mane numbers, you know? And then you sort of think you've got your bench, and I won't run through the bench, but you've got, you know, your likes of the Gabriels. Is he going to come on and score a league goal? Let's say this game's tight and it's starting to get a little bit nervy into the 70th minute. You bring in Gabriel Jesus on. He's netted £11 million profit from your club since he last scored a league goal in January of this year against Nottingham Forest. 11 million quid. This will be, if he comes onto the field, the 33rd game in which he's only scored one goal in the mighty Carabao Cup against the mighty Preston North End. You know, what we doing there? And then you've got Raheem Sterling. He's come on as Arteta's guy, Arteta's man. We ain't seen the best of him yet. And what's he coming on? He's not even trusted when we're losing the game with 20 minutes to go. So coming off the bench, we haven't really sort of got much there, have we? You know. I just want to say hello to FC Always. You're always here, brother. Big up, man. Aaron, big up. Just so you know that Daesh will play low block. Absolutely, brother. I'm going Arsenal 3, Everton 1. Yeah, I'm sort of liking that scoreline, to be fair. It sort of all depends on we start on it. I know there's that just opens it up for any sort of scoreline, but if we get an early goal, you know, maybe we could get 4 here. If Everton do what I think they'll do and what you think they'll also do, playing that low block and, you know, really getting at Arsenal, it could be a low scoring game. I bloody hope not. But yeah, 3-1. I think that's fair. Rice as an 8 is wasted. Yeah. Listen, that's what I'm saying, mate. I just think, look, he wasn't bought to be a Thomas Partey style 6. He hasn't got that, and he never will have that ability with his feet. We got to remember as well, you know, Declan Rice spent the large parts of his younger careers as a centre back, and you can really sort of see that in his play. You know, I'm not saying he's, you know, he is better with his feet as, you know, your generic centre back, but but you know, he's also not as good as your generic midfield in midfield. You know, I think his job is to soak up, win challenges, mop the ball up, and if he can, just make a pass, whether it just be backwards, forward, sideways, whatever, just win the ball back, keep play ticking over. That's all you're going to get from Declan Rice, and that's sort of all I want from him. All this nonsense of playing left eight, he's not going to carve your defence open, with he? Is he with a defence splitting pass, Declan Rice? He might do. Anyone's. I might be able to do that every now and then, but you can't rely on me to do it over 38 games. So I totally agree with you there, mate. Martinelli played better under Emery as well. Yeah, listen, that's an absolute undeniable fact there. You know, and where did Emery play him quite a lot of the time, my man? He played him up top, didn't he? So what we got here? Just a ball. What we saying? So yeah, I'm probably about another minute or so behind again. I think I'm watching it on some Australian channel, Optus. But yeah, I'm about 35 seconds in, and yeah, we just got it at the back at the minute. But yeah, AFC always. Just sorry to add as well to your point, and what I was saying sort of earlier. If you're in the chat, mate, what isn't it very frustrating that Mikel Arteta, when he's making his like-for-like substitutions, whether he wants to bring Trossard on, why can't he put Martinelli up top, take Havertz off, and do you know what I mean? And put Trossard on the left. Why can't he play with that? Why does it always have to be a like-for-like substitution? It's frustrating that, because you just never know in making little tactical tweaks like that. Martinelli might actually score. He might start scoring, you know, consistently. All this playing on the wing, it's no fact, is it? No shock to anyone that Martinelli just runs with his nut down like that. He don't look up. What do you do to alleviate a lot of that? Put him up top. Yes, he'll still obviously have to run forward and you know, try and beat players, but nowhere near as enough as he would on the wing. I think you'd almost be freeing him if you put him up top, of probably the lack of confidence that he's got now beating his man, and he has. Every time I see him running down the left, I always think, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. Whereas 2 years ago, I was thinking, come on, Martinelli. I was excited when he got the ball, and now I just think, oh, well, even if he does beat his man, he's gonna waste the pass or something like that. It's really frustrating, sort of how he's got, isn't it? So here we go. Saka's won the ball back up top. Cheers. Can't be doing a watch along without a cheeky Stella, gentlemen. Especially while the missus and kids away at the minute. You know, I've got a little free house for a few hours, so you know, us men, you know what we're like. You know, enjoy the free time until Arsenal piss it off. No, until Arsenal ruin it. Dad's in the chat. Father Terence, how you doing, mate? Then you're asking a question you already know the answer to. Your manager has got no idea about tactical play. Hence, yep, why I always say he's the worst in-game tactical manager I have especially ever seen at Arsenal. But I don't think I've ever seen one in this league. I can't really account for the other ones, but I mean, you've got to be proper shit if you're as shit as Arteta in game tactically wise. He has trouble deciding if he wants red sauce or brown sauce on his chips. I mean, yeah, he'd probably be scratching his head still, wouldn't he? The chips would go cold by the time he puts something on them, wouldn't he, Dad? Yeah, not a massive fan of that. And how much more time does the geezer need? I mean, he's got elite level training. When I sort of say as well, you know, about Arsenal as being the University of Arsenal, because we just seem to give like, you know, massive wages and youngsters sort of like a chance, young managers, young, you know, head positions, senior positions at Arsenal. I'm sorry, what's this here? Yeah, senior sort of positions at Arsenal. Sorry, go on. What's it? Oh, no. He's absolutely flustered. Yeah, this is what I'm saying about Martinelli. He's on the ball and he just don't want to beat his man, people. He absolutely just shat the bed then. The second he had an opportunity to beat his man, he thought, nah, and passed it back. What's happened now? Lovely little dink through. Come on, man, one of you. So Odegaard's done his typical nice little dink through. To be fair, you've got to give credit to Martin Odegaard. He can find a good little pass from nothing. But both Saka and Timber will run at it and just got in each other's way. The pair of them, other than that, we weren't through, but it was an opportunity to get the ball across goal. Whoa, dodgy from that Everton keeper there. I mean, if they want to start playing like that, they can. That's fine by me. You're in Timbers beat one or two men, but doesn't really sort of come to anything. Yeah, a bit of dodginess from that keeper there. He held on to it at the back that little bit too long there. Nearly paid the price. Yeah, well done. Everton on the attack here. Oh, what a lovely ball. He's through on goal. Oh, and he shit the bed. Who's that? Number 16. I mean, Decore. Oh, that's exactly why. Yeah, a ball's found its sort of way to him on that left-hand side. First touch is terrible. Absolutely no pace on it whatsoever. As soon as he takes that second touch, as soon as he takes that first touch, the defender's back. He's put him off. It's gone out for an Everton corner. Probably the last person you wanted it to fall, and I think Decore knows it there. You wanted a little skirt wearer, Calvin Lewin, I think, in that little bit. In that area, you definitely don't want your central defensive midfielder. You want a striker who wears skirts. Dad, you're still in. Obviously, you're still in the chat. What do you think of that Calvin Lewin? It's on a picture on my thumb now. If you haven't seen it, wearing them skirts, he'd done it a while back, but what's that all about? I mean, if I ever done that, I'm telling you now, whether it'd have to be for like some form of like Halloween joking, and I still wouldn't even do it, by the way. But like, if I ever got pictured in a bloody woman's school uniform with a skirt on, with all of that on, I'm telling you, one, my missus would leave me, and I wouldn't blame her. I wouldn't blame her. She'd be like, yeah, mate, you're not for me, you weird guy. Two, second I went down my local boozer, I'd either get hit or entirely disowned, or probably both. Martinelli up top here. Yeah, he's held on for it too long, and in typical Martinelli fashion, he can't make his mind up. His head's down. It goes out for a corner. We've got a corner, probably more of a chance to score than fucking with Martinelli through on goal anyway. But look, he just hesitates here. He just don't really know what to do, and in the end, he just hits it, and it goes out for a corner. What about anyone? What about anyone in the chat? Anyone sort of watching, or anyone sort of watching on a bit of catch up? If you do, leave in the comments. I'm always interested to reply to some comments. How would your mates, how would your missus, his wife's children react if you wore a skirt like Calvin Lewin? What is that all about? What is that all about? I'd be absolutely, my life would change in a fucking minute if I started wearing a skirt. Madness. Don't know what he's thinking. Oh, men can do it too, or women can do it too. Tell you what, leave the women wearing tight, small little skirts. I like that. I don't want to see a geezer's bollocks hanging fucking down underneath a skirt. What's that all about? Craig, mate, how you doing, bruv? I reckon you'd look good in a skirt, mate. You need some help, man. Honestly, I love you, Craig. Yeah, no, it's no good. You know, innit? Oi, Craig, if we went down the pub and one of us was wearing a skirt, we'd get a slapping, wouldn't we, down there, mate? That's for sure. And it wouldn't be a tight little spank on the bum, I can assure you that. Not 2 seconds. My telly's going to go off. 1 sec. How you doing, though, anyway, Craig? What do you reckon the score's going to be, mate? Who's that just blazed a shot over? Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard. Let's have a proper little look at this. I was just getting the old remote, that 2-hour timer on the telly was about to go off. Let's have a proper look so we can analyse this shit. Oh, so it's quite a sort of powered ball in from Declan Rice. It was on the bounce. They are hard. It's quite a difficult technique to actually get that on target, to be fair to Odegaard. But regardless, he still makes an absolute hash of it. Do you know when the ball bounces just before he was leaning back? The ball's always going that way. Talking about Odegaard, and it's sort of one of the things I was waiting for an opportunity, and that's given me the perfect sort of time. Whilst, yes, you know, Odegaard has come back into the team. He ticks things over in the midfield. Absolutely 100%. Yes, he does. We're a better team with him in it. The only thing I constantly see, and especially this season now with Martin Odegaard, is he needs to start doing more in terms of his finishing, because his finishing has been diabolical. Now, you know, you've sort of come back from a little bit of injury. Maybe you can't expect too much. But if you take it into context instead of the last couple of games and take it to almost like a Martinelli-esque timescale, where you're sort of saying a season and a half, all last season, this season, has been nowhere near good enough. I mean, absolutely nowhere near good enough, Martin Odegaard. Like, I remember he had that season. I think, didn't he get into double figures with scoring? And, you know, he's hitting a couple from long range. Martinelli just in here, by the way. Yep, just doesn't find the right ball. Yeah, I don't know about anyone here, but I'm a little bit, not, I wouldn't say worried, but I think, you know, you need different sort of factors, right? So if you're saying, is this squad ready for a title challenge? I always think you're probably going to need a good striker, you know, and throughout the years, or a top striker throughout the years. I know people will say, and it's very annoying, and they go, Odegaard again scuffs another shot far left of the keeper's left post. Absolute scufferoo, mate. And you see these sort of shots from Odegaard all the bloody time. He beats his man there, opens his body up, yeah, and it's just a scuffle along the floor. Not good enough from Odegaard. But yeah, back to the point I was going to make. Yeah, so you look down the years, and it really pisses me off this when people go, oh, but you know, Liverpool didn't win it with a top striker. Yeah, what the Premier League has been going, you fucking idiots, for what, 30, 32, 30, there or thereabouts years, and all you've got is Liverpool in one fucking year where they didn't have a top striker. No, they didn't. What did they have? Salamane, 20 goal a season each. Who was the other one that didn't have it? They say, oh yeah, but Gabby Jesus for Man City for one season. So you're telling me in 30 plus Premier League seasons, and you idiots think that, like, just because two teams done it twice out of 30, oh yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's an exception to the rule. You need a top striker. Let's sort of walk through it through the years to just emphasize my point, because morons still won't understand what I'm saying. Alan Shearer, Eric Cantona, Nicholas Anelka, Ian Wright, Dwight York, Andy Cole, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Wayne Rooney, Didier Drogba, Carlos Tevez, Dimitar Berbatov, Diego Costa, Sergio Aguero, Jamie Vardy, Erling Haaland. There you go. Pretty much all the last league winners from from mid-90s till now. Look at what they all done. 20, 30 goals a season, every single one of them. And you're going to tell me two teams, yeah. Two teams, Liverpool with Firmino and one. Come on, man. Let's just facts. Let's just deal with facts when we're talking about it. You need a top striker if you are going to win the league, by and large. That's just an absolute fact. What you also need, which Arsenal don't, like a midfielder that is going to contribute, not just a smooth little ticking ecosystem in that midfield. You need a midfielder that scores goals. And let me tell you, Martin Odegaard is not scoring goals. We've seen he's got the potential to do it because he's done it. He's scored in double digits before. But finishes like I've seen him do 2 today already. One of them's a difficult one to take, granted. That second one where he sort of beats his man, drops his shoulder, and then he scuffs it and it just trickles along far the post. We've seen that way too often from Martin Odegaard. Everyone knows this. You need these factors in there if you want to be a proper team. And Martin Odegaard, I like him. He needs to seriously start waking up and putting some fucking goals in, because these are all the little cogs. And especially while we haven't got a striker, we've got Eeyore Donkey up front. We need contributions from Martin Odegaard's and Martinelli's. We absolutely need contributions from them if we ain't got a striker. But none of them are doing it. So what are we doing here then? You know, look at all of them. I just reeled off very easily, off the top of my head, that every striker that won a Premier League top team that won it from 94, 93, 94 to now. I've done that in seconds like that. So it's fairly obvious what we need. But why haven't we got one? I don't know. Why are we so hell-bent on not signing a striker? Mikel Arteta's had 5 years to do it. Probably about 11 transfer windows. Come on. And what's he signed? Gabriel Jesus. 265 grand a week for that helmet sat on the bench. Stealing an absolute living, that is. Right, 1 second there. Mikel Mourinho's whipped a ball in. It's not really gone to anyone. I mean, we've started, I wouldn't say lively as a 15-minute recap. I wouldn't say like lively. Definitely the better of the two. Would I say that it looks like there's potential to open up? Yes. We've got in good positions so far, to be fair. But we need to do something with it. And that's always the million-dollar question, isn't it? What's your output? So far, first 16 minutes, nothing. Right, let's go. Craigo, mate. Couldn't predict a score, mate. Depends will Arsenal turn up. Yeah, man. I mean, well, just quickly, I have to just butt this in, and I will come back to you, Craig, my brother. AFC always, Fulham beating Liverpool. Do you know what? Because I have to sort of talk about it now because it's fucking relevant, isn't it? If Fulham beat Liverpool, or even Hold'em, it even makes more of a disgrace. Saka in there and blocked, well done. It's even more of a disgrace, that result against Fulham. Why do we need 45 minutes to turn up against Fulham? Because it's games like these, people, yeah, that will fuck our season. That's what'll happen, you know. Let's just say Liverpool do sort of go on a little bit of a patchy run where they start dropping sort of points. We'll go back at the end of the season, just like we do when we look at the Villa game, or games, plural, or that top at Christmas again for the second year in a row. But guess what? Lose at home to West Ham 2-0, lose to Fulham away in consecutive games. They're the moments in the season where you go, oh, this is going to hurt us. And we've seen it in the last 2 seasons where we have not won this league, where that scenario has happened. That Fulham one there, that's a classic sort of thing of, we'll look back at that and go, we fucked it there. That is major points dropped. Now, look, Liverpool, they've come back a lot of times this season. Do I still expect them to probably come back and beat Fulham? Yes. But if they drop points, it's just even more affirms my frustration on the very fact that no pressure FC Arsenal now will win this game, probably, yes. If we'd have been, you know, like this, essentially today, we could have gone within 2 points of them today. They'd probably be shit in the bed. We'd probably be 2-0 down if we knew that that kind of dynamic would be happening. Because what do? When the pressure's on, we shit the bed and leave skids on the way out of it. Very, very, very frustrating, that. But I'm not surprised. And yeah, Game Killer, big up. I don't know if you've been in chat a couple of times. I think I've recognised the name, but big up, bro, for popping over. Liverpool losing 1-0 and down to 10 men. Holy shit. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And I think Arsenal fans will be able to understand, or any football fan with a brain, that Fulham game, man. Come on. Like, we've obviously ballsed up a few games this season, but that Fulham game, why did it need us 45 minutes to get the engine turning? Why? Why did it need fucking corner to even just salvage a point from that game? Why are we not able and capable to go to Fulham and a little bit of a knackered Fulham, because they put a lot of energy into their game midweek? Why can we not go there and produce a good enough performance where we can win 2-0, 2-1, get an open play goal? Come on, man. It's games like that fuck us. Why do we have to take 50 minutes to wake up in some of these games? 45-minute FC. Look, we've got 90 minutes here of games. And this is, you know, they're all probably all been lackadaisical, like, oh, well, you know, it's a long season, they say. It's a long season. Yeah. Your season can be over very fucking quickly. Very, very, very fucking quickly. Sod the 38 games. Your season can be over quick. And we've seen it. We've seen it. One little cluster of bad results. That's it. Fucked. Look at the teams we're not. It's not even as if we're like, oh yeah, fucked against Man City again, fucked it against Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Fucked against the big boys. We're not. We're fucking them against Liverpool, against Fulham's and Brighton's, and you know the teams that you're expected to beat. It's so frustrating, and you can see it in my voice, and you can feel it. It's fucking irritating. Well, I'll come back to you, Craig, just quick, mate, because I skipped over. It always depends what Arsenal turn up. Yeah, I mean, we've got one that at the minute, 20 minutes in, we're on the ball, we're dominating it, we're getting into the final third. But the problem is in the final third, we're not cutting through the defence. We've had a couple of opportunities where we've had a strike and goal, you know, some half chances, but nothing that's really gone, oh yeah, we're proper pounding on the door. We've just got possession near their goal and nothing really more. Dad, what you're saying? You cannot give too much attention to a because he is attention seeking. What's the publicity? Or maybe it's just I cannot read out that last word. Unfortunately, Father. But yeah, if I'm being totally honest with you, I've probably rattled on for so long I can't actually remember what your comments in reference to. So you might have to remind me. But yeah, I cannot read out that last one. I don't think. There's certain words YouTube won't allow it, even though I don't care. But yeah, Martin needs to go. Would rather Nelson back. Listen, that's just the annoying thing now, isn't it? Though, like he's almost becoming a bit of a Nelson, isn't he, Craig? It's actually quite a nice little analogy there, and I'm going to run with that just quickly. But we have got a free kick here. Martin Odegaard just sort of to the left hand side outside the box, 18-yard box, standing over it, ready to whip it in. 21 minutes 36 on the clock. I'll before I read this out, I'll obviously wait for this moment to be done. What we're gonna do? Oh, it's a lovely ball in. To be fair to Martin Odegaard, it's a lovely ball in, but Tarkovsky gets his nut on it. It's a proper dangerous ball in. That can't knock that. That can go anywhere. Yeah, that's a great ball in. Fair dues, and it means that we've got another corner. But yeah, no, fair dues from Martin Odegaard. So Martinelli rather than Nelson. Let's run with that just for a sec. It's a shame because he is almost becoming the Brazilian Nelson, isn't he? And what a shame because we've all had such high hopes for him. I mean, Craig. We obviously, for the people that don't know, I know Craig personally very well. We've spoken very fondly of Martinelli so often, haven't we? But the geezers fell off a cliff, and you know he's in danger of becoming sort of that sort of player that isn't really worth anything. Good ball in-ish from Saka, not too bad. He's going to get a little second swing at it here, though. All right, it's been recycled back to him eventually. You're going to get a ball in. Deflected. Yeah, I mean, Everton clear it. We've got the ball back, but now we've kicked it all the way back to David Raya, obviously. So yeah, he's in real danger of becoming that, mate. He's in real danger. I'm going to use that analogy from now on because it's actually quite true, mate. He's not making any form of impact, and I'll bet you probably any money. Do you remember that season where we did a piss around the 8-point lead? I wonder what Nelson's stats were in that season, and then what Martinelli's stats are from that season onwards. So Nelson's 12 months there, and then Martinelli's following 8 months. I bet you they're probably about the same, with Martinelli having played a bit more. It wouldn't surprise me if there weren't any huge real difference in there, which ain't making for good reading on Martinelli, I will say. Dad, not very good at stats. But Arteta has checked his eyebrows now basically every 2.3 minutes. I know he's like that, and he's giving it all one of them. He needs to be watching more of the in-game instead of having his mirror and tweezers, making sure that they're perfectly symmetrical. Him and Calvert-Lewin would have a right old ball, wouldn't they? Wearing skirts, doing makeup, doing their eyes, manicures, pedicures, galores. I mean, he is Mr. Universe, isn't he, Arteta? After all, he is absolutely, without shadow of a doubt, the sexiest Spaniard we have ever known, will ever meet, and will ever know. Yeah, he's just a hunk of a man, isn't he, Mikel Arteta? Blah. Yeah, it's said eyebrows wasn't there? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, we're back to that. Yeah, Ozzy, how you doing, my man? Um, Always good to see you, my brother. Another one that talks absolute real facts, Ozzy. Always big respect, mate. Because Arteta can play against a low block, but at the minute, whilst yeah, we are sort of I wouldn't say I wouldn't say we're damaging them, but you know, we're not. We're at least looking like we've got some intent, mate. But yeah, not really penetrating it as well as we should be doing. Game killer, how we doing, brother? It's simple. Arteta completely no management tactics. Yeah, man. Listen, like he's zero management tactics. But I always say it, and if you've watched me a couple of times, you'll probably fucking you'll know that I think he's the worst in-game tactician manager out there. He's absolute shocking, mate. Like his pants. Like he can't read a situation. Like how many times like have we possibly got a red card where he thought, look, the geezer's on a yellow now. He's making rash changes. He's blatantly going to be sent off, and he don't see things like that. The tactics are always 20 minutes too late. The substitutions, I should say, are always 20 minutes too late, and they're always like for like. And the problem is with the like for like, he plays his starting 11 and his strongest 11 all the time. So that means if you're coming on like for like, all he's just bringing on is this shit version of the one going off. Do you know what I mean? It's no tactics in there. It's absolute basement. My son makes better tactics on FIFA on his Nintendo Switch, and he's 7. I'm not even joking, yeah. I mean it. My boy makes better substitutions on FIFA on his Nintendo Switch at 7 years of age than Mikel Arteta does in real life, and he's paid 15 million quid a year for it. I promise you, this is what kind of a level of crap that we're talking about. Yeah, Wolves losing 1-0 to Ipswich. Fair dues to the Ipswich. I'd like to see him stay up. So they're playing the right way, Ipswich. I can't see it, but fair dues to Ipswich. Oh yeah, and I just see yeah, against Fulham, right? So I'll revise that. Against Fulham, mate. Like I don't know how sort of long you'd been in the chat when I was having a sort of a little bit about the Fulham game. It's just frustrating, isn't it, mate? Yeah, like he's got like I said, yeah, can't play it like the low block. Like all he's got to rely on is them set pieces. And do you know what? It's unsustainable, isn't it, mate? We know this, Aussie, bruv. We've had a chat about it. It's not sustainable over 38 games of the season. It just isn't. It just isn't, mate. And you know, we can sort of get away with it every now and then. We've done it against, you know, the Man United 2 set pieces, and we've done it to get a draw. But why? Why are we not able to open up or find answers against Fulham? I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you this all for free, and it's no new information. I'm not breaking the internet with this groundbreaking comment that I'm just about to make now. We have not got enough fucking match winners. No match winners. Saka, if he's not on it, who then? A nice corner in then as well, by the way. Almost sort of should have made something from there. Martinelli puts a cross in, straight and comfortable into the game, into the keeper's hands. So simple, so easy. Yeah, and it's an easy day for half an hour. To be fair, Everton are probably going, and especially Dice is probably going. Do you know what? We ain't had much of the ball, but Arsenal haven't done anything really with what they've had it. But yeah, there's no match winners. When you look at successful teams, you know, like your Liverpools, in the Premier Leagues, and obviously, you know, the Manchester Cities, Haalands and De Bruyne's, surreal match winners. I mean, they are proper top level match winners. Like, and they've proved it over the last 6-7 years. You know, obviously more De Bruyne and that sort of time. They've had Mahrez's, they've had Aguero's. They've probably had 4 or 5, to just summarise it, 4 or 5 core players that out of nothing, absolutely out of nothing, will put on if Bukayo Saka's all the way through his cutback's gone to Martin Odegaard, and he's fucked around with it again. He takes too long on the ball and produces a good save from Pickford. Why don't you just hit that first time? Let's have a little look at this again when they go to the replay. Maybe I'm being a little bit over harsh, but it looks like he's dilly-dallying again. So that's a nice flick through for Donkey. Havertz has beat his man nice to the right-hand side. Cut back from Martin Odegaard. He just can't get out his feet. And this is, again, to reiterate the point I was saying about Martin Odegaard earlier. You need to be putting that in the back of the net. You're about 8 yards out, my boy. 8 yards out. Needs to be going in that. Yeah, man. I've always I've kept a good old note of that. The old retro read. That's 10 this year. 10 merch releases, and we're not even out of the year. Their first one was in July. To put that into perspective, 10 merch releases. We ain't even got anywhere near 10 wins in the Premier League at the same point. They've released more merch lines than fucking wins in the Premier League. That just shows you where Arsenal's priorities well and truly lie, boys. And I'll be doing a show about this game killer. I will be doing a show. I'm collecting a bit of bit more bit of info, but it's knocking on the door, and I'll be going in depth into the merch and plenty of other things about season tickets, about ballot systems, general treatment of the fucking fans, atmosphere, all that sort of bit. And I'm going to condense it into one show. I'm looking forward to doing it. But yeah, man, how mad is that? 10. We're not even in January yet, people. At this rate that we're doing it, we'll get in 22 different merch lines if we continue at this rate. 22 different merch lines, and that's not including kits. You know, like as in like a match day sort of like, you know, their actual sort of like kits. That is just individual strains of a new merch. It'll get to about averaging about 22 in one season. Come on, man. That is absolute robbery of the pocket, man. Robbery of the pocket. Yeah, to be fair, I like some of them. I think I don't mind, but then one, I don't really buy them that much at all. Really, a lot of the ones that I've got are gifts. That's sort of been given me for birthdays, you know, for Christmases, etc. Sort of thing. Some of them I don't mind. And then you click on it, and then you think, do you know what? That's actually not bad. How much is it? And then you go, oh fuck me, it's about 120 quid. Like, I'm not really a massive fan of the varsity jacket, and I think that's what you're referencing to. It's the varsity, in it. The varsity ones. They come out in the tunnel with it. Let's have a little look, see how much that is. Look, I don't mind the look of that. It's not really my sort of fashion sense to sort of have it, but I quite like the look of it. Let's have a little look, see how much that sort of jacket is that they come out wearing in the tunnel in there. So I bet you it ain't cheap, people. I bet you it's not it would surprise me if it was under 100 quid. That, I think they usually call it like an anthem jacket or something like that. Let's have a wee let's have a wee look. Yeah, so the varsity collection right here, 160 quid. This is what I'm saying, man. So on the face of it, I think, oh, do you know what? That looks that don't look like it's too bad. 160 English pounds of your hard-earned money, that is. 160 quid. Jesus Christ, man. That's madness. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, more merch than trophies. That's what I'm saying. They've released more merch lines this season than they fucking won football games in the Premier League. Greedy little pigs, mate. Don't be fooled by it, man. Look, I'm never one of them say never buy merch, but trust me, don't get suckered into a lot of it, because you'll realise not only you giving Arsenal all of your time, your sweet time, the most precious commodity in the world. You don't want to also give them your wallet as well, the second most precious commodity. Because if Arsenal's got your time and your wallet, trust me, they fucking got you. You are a slave to their system, mate, and you are their bitch. That's why I'm saying it, man. People do just get sucked into things like that. And people that go to match days, like I usually do, you'll see that they've got like Bukayo Saka in, yeah, not good enough ball there, unfortunately, my man. You'll see that they've got like a separate bag queue, so people to go and get searched. And Arsenal, when you go to their club store, they do like see-through bags, basically just so someone, it's fair enough, so someone don't have to look, see what you've got in it to slow queues times down. You can see it, but there are shitloads of them, mate. Like, and I'm telling you, if you ever go to Arsenal on a match day, you could go there 5 hours before the game. Queues are out the door in that fucking armory. They're out the door. And if you think that you're going to go into there before an hour before, you've got another thing coming. You ain't getting in there. So people are spending, and it's all the tourists. You know, all of these sort of fans that they want in there, that they're now going to spend 200 quid in the club shop. Well, I don't. I just go straight in, have a quick beer. Job done. I'm going to go home. £7 awful Camden Hells water beer. Unfortunately, they don't do my Stella in there. Gets a bad rap. That not all of us beat our missuses, but that's another question for another day, another topic. Yeah, man, they're just absolutely fleecing us. And I've said, yeah, you got a 1-0 Newcastle. Who Newcastle playing, mate? I'm actually not sure. Let's have a little. Let's have a wee little look. I'll go around some scores. That's what we're doing. I'm 35 minutes in. Da 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 da. Come on, internet, don't start failing me. So yeah, obviously a little run around to the grounds just at the minute. Obviously it's 0-0 here. 37 minutes in. Liverpool still 1-0 down at home as well to Fulham. Wow, yeah, I didn't know that. Newcastle are 1-0 up against Leicester City. And Wolves are obviously still 1-0 down to Ipswich. And then the late kickoff at 5:30, of course, that is Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. What's the league tables? I wonder if they do a little standing to just see what the crack is. Very frustrating again if it finishes like this today. You're looking at that Chelsea and thinking, please don't let them win it. If Liverpool don't win it and Chelsea win it, I mean, that is a failure of biblical proportion, mate. Massive, massive, massive failure, that. So as it stands, it's 5 points behind Liverpool with that game in hand as it stands. You know, a win obviously here today would reduce that to 3. Beating Fulham would have reduced it to 1 with a game in hand, and then all of a sudden you got a title race on. Very, very, very frustrating. Yeah, cheers, boys. Yeah, Leicester, FC always. Yeah, Newcastle playing Leicester. Let me ask you, boys. I think I asked you last week actually at AFC, and I think you said 3 points. Let me ask Game Killer this. On January the 1st. If Arsenal were to be back in the title race, which I don't think they are, but if they were to be, how many points behind first place do you feel like we need to be minimum before we sort of consider ourselves in it? I think AFC last week when I asked you this, I think you said 3. I'm sure it was you. I said 4 points. I think Vic left here. I think he said 5 points. I think you might have said 5 points as well, Dad. What about you, Game Killer? I'm interested to know where your sort of head's at. Like, it says January the 1st now. How many points do Arsenal need to be behind Liverpool, or whoever's first, assuming it would be Liverpool, to consider us in the title race? And I don't mean like as in favourites, like. So I thought it was you that said 3 points. So I don't mean like, oh, you're 3 points behind or 4 points behind, like I said, and you think you're favourites. But I think 3 or 4 points, you've got a chance, isn't you? You know, you're going, yeah, this is feasible. 9 points, meh, not so much. I'm quite sort of interested to see roughly where your sort of head's at, Game Killer, man. Let's have a little look at this. 1 to 3 points. Yeah, so you're sort of knocking on the door, sort of with more of an AFC always. And look, I totally get that. My reasoning for sort of 4 sort of points is because, and I think I said this last week again, is because anything can happen in one game, and we've also got to play Liverpool. Now I know it's at Anfield, and we haven't won there. I think since 2012, I think, wasn't it? Lucas Podolski and Santi Cazorla. I think the season we signed them, wasn't it? Actually, because I remember we had that almost like purple and black sort of hoops, wasn't it? That kit, I'm sure we was wearing. I'm sure it was a 2-0 win. I think that might have been the last time we beat Liverpool in the league. I mean, someone might correct me if I'm wrong. I think that is right though. So it's no easy feat, but what I'm saying is within the realms of possibility. So I'm sort of going for essentially what I'm saying is that 2-game swing. And obviously, the later in the season that it gets, it's going to be a little bit harder because I think we play Liverpool. I think it might be our 3rd or 4th game left of the season. It's something like that. They're proper knocking on the door at the end of the season. That fixture. Let's have a little quick look while the Arsenal. Let's get that fucking Arsenal shop page off of my webpage. Let's get that right. I will not be purchasing any of your shitty £100 jackets. Even though I said I liked it, not for 160 quid like it. I do not. Let's get that absolutely right. Here we go. Let's go matches. Let's have a little goosey. No, I do not want to look at all the fucking women's fixtures. I'm afraid. Good luck to them. Always want them to do well, but I'm an Arsenal FC man's supporter first and foremost, and will always be. Yeah, it's the 3rd last game of the season. So Saturday the 10th of May, we've got Newcastle. We've got Liverpool at Anfield, and then we've got Newcastle at home as our penultimate, and then Southampton away as the last. Yeah, I mean, look, let's just say for argument's sake, we do manage to get some points in, and I don't think we will. I really don't think we're going to win the league. I'm not saying that. It's all hypothetical, just trying to gauge where people are sort of at. That's massive, and I think so let's sort of go back to let's ask a different question now to you boys. Yeah, do you think we will win the league? They're all hypothetical. If we are 2 points behind Liverpool going into that game Saturday, the 10th of May, and we've got to go to Anfield and win, I still think we'll shit the bed. But there's an opportunity of it. I still think we won't go to Liverpool under pressure and win that game. I still don't believe it. But look, well, you know, obviously that's down the line. Have to wait and see. But yeah, I think the worse and closer it gets, we'll shit the bed. When that pressure's on, yeah. City aren't out the title race yet. Yes, it's a funny one with City. Like, I mean, if it was any other team, Manchester City, you would probably go, no, they're definitely out of it. But because it's Man City and because we see how prolific and animal-like that they've been at the last stage of the season, you know, when it gets to January, I mean, they can be a beast. So I can see what you're saying. Look, I personally think they are out the title race, but I totally get why you might not sort of game killer, because they've got it in them to just do 17 out of 19 wins and get one draw. They absolutely have. So I do get you, mate. Yeah, I said 3, 1-3. Diaby masterclass. Oh man, see, look, this is it's a shame because he was part of Team Abu Dhabi. What a wonderful 2 million signing from Auxerre, by the way, and what an absolute shame that his career ended how it is, because Abu Dhabi would have gone on to be a Patrick. I think Patrick Vieira himself actually said, "Look, if his career properly took off and he didn't have any injuries, he would have been absolutely better than me." Quote, Patrick Vieira actually said that. What a shame, because I mean, I think I know that game. Yeah, that, you know, the Diaby masterclass, man. Yeah, it was just unbelievable, and some of the goals he could score. And don't know who it was against, but he scored like I think it was like a 35-yard screamer. I think it was a high winning game at the Emirates. I can't remember who it was against, but what an absolute player it was, coupled with an absolute shame of an injury record. And you sort of take this as well into the same thing. We had Aaron Ramsey, who is a really underrated player, a box-to-box goal-scoring midfielder. Jack Wilshere, who, when he was coming through, I mean, if you can pull Xavi Iniesta and Sergio Busquets' pants down in a Barcelona team like that, albeit only in a single game, but if you can do that, you know, look at that midfield we could have had if they'd have all stayed fit. Martinelli threw here on goal. Good save from Jordan Pickford. He's still retaining possession. Will he find an Arsenal player? Probably fucking not. Oh, he's simple pass to his left, so actually on this occasion he has. We've still got the ball. Is Rice going to have a little dig here? Yes, he does, and it's gone out for a throw. Nothing's come from it. Look at that midfield. That could have been if they'd have all stayed fit. Abu Dhabi playing that anchor role with Jack Wilshere knitting things together nicely close to him, and then Aaron Ramsey doing the box to box. They'd have all stayed fit. What a great midfield. All ifs and buts, I know, people, but that's just injuries alone, you know. And I know Aaron Ramsey carved a decent-ish enough sort of career with Arsenal, but they was all sort of similar age as well, weren't they? You know, what a shame, you know, with Eduardo up front, man. We've just been absolutely crippled, didn't we, with them injuries? 2012, yeah, I thought it was 2012. I must say, I didn't think it was Van Persie. I thought it was Podolski and Santi Cazorla, but I might be wrong, man. So that's cool. If it was RVP, it wouldn't surprise me. Dad, I will be honest with you. I think Chelsea are probably the only team that will catch Liverpool. And as we to say, look, the only thing that we've got to say here with Chelsea, right? And let's absolutely not exclude them, mate. They are where they are on merit. And they're always going to get there, because if you throw enough money at something, like we all knew Chelsea would, it was always a matter of time. They were never going to spend 5 billion and still not compete. It was always a matter of time with the amount of money that they're throwing at it. That's an absolute undeniable fact, an unescapable fact. But because this Chelsea team, they're sort of, some of them are young. We have they got the longevity? We haven't seen that yet. You know, they could just be on a real good sort of purple patch and they might drop off. We also don't know. They might fucking just carry on and going on winning every single game. But there's the only reason why I disagree with you, Dad, there is purely because we still haven't seen this Chelsea team, you know, go into them lat stages and still try and reel off the win after win. So you know, I sort of get what you're saying, Dad, but yeah, no, not just sort of for me, but they can't be discredited, absolutely not. And you know, they are, like I said again, to summarize my point, they're on absolute merit. Um, FC saying, getting one area on at half time, Odegaard stinker. Mate, you'll absolutely know what I'm sort of saying here again. And by that, what I'm saying is, are you watching the game, FC, always? Yeah, I'm presuming you are. He's not scoring, he's getting his opportunities. You remember sort of earlier on, probably about 20 minutes in, and we've seen this sort of finish from Odegaard for the last 18 months, where he sort of beat his man, dropped a shoulder, cut in, and then he's tried shooting, and it's just bobbled depressingly to the goalkeeper's left post. And I mean, he's the goalkeeper's even depressed watching it just trickle past him. It's nowhere near good enough. No trophies again this season. I mean, we'll definitely sort of find out if we realistically could get into a semi-final of one on Wednesday, wouldn't we? But I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I wouldn't be putting my mortgage on it, especially with Liverpool still in that competition. You know, I think we need to win that Carabao Cup. We need to, if we're to play Liverpool at any stage in that competition, it can't be over the two legs. I think they'll beat us over the two legs, but I think we can beat Liverpool in an off game, in a one game. If we avoid Liverpool all the way, I mean, if we avoid Liverpool in total, I expect us to win it. Let's get that right, that Carabao Cup. But you know, if we do play, I don't want to play them at Anfield, and I don't want to play them at the Emirates in there. I'd rather much play it. What do you boys think with that? I'd much rather just play them in that isolated single game in the final, whether it means we might lose it. Obviously, you know, you don't know, you might lose it to anyone. Um, but yeah, you know, yeah. Are we favourites at Carabao Cup? No, I still think Liverpool are, but I get what you mean as well. Hendo, good to see you, man. Hendo in the building. How you doing, brother? Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you as well, sir. Another stinky subpar performance by Arsenal. Liverpool losing and down to 10 men. Can Arsenal take advantage? Not playing like this. They will. Now listen, it's actually perfect me reading this chat because the halftime whistle has gone. I'm about a minute behind, so it probably went about a couple of minutes ago. But what a way to sort of summarise that half up. Yes, mate, absolutely 100%. So this is the point I was sort of saying about the Fulham game. Why has it taken us a whole 45 minutes to start greasing these wheels and start getting them going? It's almost just like the mentality of Arsenal is like, well, just go out in the first half and, you know, stretch your legs, get a little bit used to it. If a goal comes in, a goal comes in. Don't worry. We'll come back and we'll have a little team talk at half time. And then, you know, we'll really go for it then. What is that all about? That's what obviously that can't be being said. But the point I'm trying to make, and I think correctly making, is it's looking that way. That is actually happening. This is 45 minutes wasted. It's not 45 minutes wasted if we're going in at half time 3-0. It's not. It's game's done and done. Game set match, even at 2-0. But I'm sorry, like why are we basically putting half of our league season just in total jeopardy by just letting it pass us by? And whilst obviously I'm looking at the chats and sort of having a little chat, I'm still paying, you know, good attention to this game, and you probably so more so than me, Hendo. That is not good enough. This doesn't look like a title winning team. Now, some people might counteract that, and I've seen a few YouTubers sort of saying, well, you know, what Arteta's tactic is he's waiting, you know, for you know, he don't want to lose all their energy, so we're having a slower start, so towards the end of it, we'll consume all our energy then. Well, I'm sorry, if you're going to shit the bed and drop points like Fulham, and at the minute we are dropping points, there's no title race to go for. You'll have all this fucking energy and nothing to do with it. Win the games, get points on the board. Do you reckon Liverpool are consuming energy right now all the way? What about Chelsea? Are they consuming energy for the second half? Why are we doing it? Why are we not blowing this team away? It's fucking Everton at home, 45 minutes in, and I'm sorry, we've had half chances. We've had some chances to score, yeah. But I cannot look into this camera lens and talk to you Arsenal fans and go, well, yeah, that was a convincing performance. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, we'll be probably in the second half. I expect us to get a goal. Of course I bloody do. It's Everton at home. But I'm not going to sit here and tell whether there's one person in here, whether there's 100 people watching this, whether fucking it gets 1,000 views or one view. I'm not going to sit and tell anyone that that was a good fucking first 45 minutes. That was lackluster, devoid of any real like clinicalism. There's just nothing there. And I think I just made a new word up then, clinicalism. I think you get what I'm saying about, but yeah, I don't think that's a word. But either way, we are not ruthless. That demonstrated to me that this is sort of a team almost like a match day 35 with nothing to play for. 15th versus 16th, and none of you can get higher up in the table. That's what that first half stank of. You know, why are we not just going from the first minute, right, let's get this game, bit between your teeth, ball by the horns, you know what I mean? Where you're gritting your teeth and going, right, we are going to get back in this title race. Why are they not doing that? That performance was shit. For 45 minutes, it was not good enough. We're not all stupid. We're all thinking of it. And Hendo, you're absolutely right, mate. If, again, you know, and there's 45 minutes to go, could you imagine we dropped points again and Liverpool lost this? Or even drew again? What are we fucking doing here? This Arsenal team, what do they need that as motivation as well? Why didn't they take the motivation of Liverpool not playing last weekend into their motivation starting from the first minute instead of minute 45 against Fulham? What? Why? Where's the fucking like? I don't understand why you need motivation for that. Where the motivation is there. Oh, Liverpool won't play, and we can make this 4 points. What we'll do is we're just all 11 of us will turn up and just stink the fucking gaff out for 45 minutes. Then we'll score from a set piece and stink the fucking gaff out for another 40. Come on, man. Come on. And people like me and us, we will get frustrated because it's not good enough. Dad, after spending all the millions on the team, do you think you are deliberately not going to win in trophies this season because you can't afford another cabinet? Mate, I don't think affording the cabinet is the problem. It's just the stuff that's filled with them, especially in the Emirates era. That's the real issue. We're not Tottenham, mate. I mean, you know, they have got some severe bare bones. I was making just while we're on the Tottenham thing, I was making a good point while I was on someone else's stream a week ago or so. I actually, forgive me for this, went on the Tottenham website onto their history page on their trophies, and their actual honours are that shit that they've created a separate honours page for like all the other like you know like friendly competitions that they were in. And there was like the Costa del Sol Cup in the 60s that they'd fucking like won. They'd put in there. There was like a hospital cup, like the Crawley Hospital Cup, and they fucking drew it. They shared it 5 times. They've got that on their page. That is how you know when you are a real shit club. When you've got to make up your honours list by fucking friendly games in the 60s, and some of them you didn't even win. Absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing. Game killer. City will destroy United probably tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know they've got back to winning ways, didn't they, Man City? But yeah, I'm not really too sure where I sort of think that. I mean, Manchester United ain't in a great sort of moment either, really, are they? It'd be an interesting watch. I'll be looking forward to watching it, that's for sure. Sandroki only cares about top 4 qualifiers. Exactly right, and I'm going to go into this more on my show when it does come out. You know about all the merch and things like that. The Cronky Canavary, I'm calling it. Yeah, greedy little pigs. But yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, now that's it. If we can just get that top 4, the Cronkies are happy. They don't care. When they come here, brother, they said, oh, we don't really care about trophies. What a way to endear yourself to fans. You don't talk anyway, Stan Kroenke. You don't even mutter a fucking word. And what the only time you do speak is like, well, we couldn't really give a fucking toss about trophies. The only thing that the match day paying fan like me, like whoever goes, is to go and watch the team win a trophy. And your new manager, who don't say a fucking word to you anyway, his opening word is, "Yeah, I couldn't really give a shit about trophies, lads. Anyway, cheers for the 1,400 quid for your season ticket. Thank you, mate." Madness, mate. Look, absolute fucking madness. Only at Arsenal. And that's why I'm going to be doing that show like that. to just get people. People are aware anyway, and I want to do it. I want to show how the club's pulling all your fucking pants down, man. Hendo, if City win on Sunday and Liverpool do lose today, then City are only 5 points behind Liverpool. Yeah, this is, I suppose, another good point that Game Killer was sort of making. Yeah, looks like it's advantage Chelsea this weekend if they win on Sunday against Brentford. Yeah, it's sort of funny, isn't it? You know, like you thought, oh, City are always going to have this fall off, and Arsenal fans have been waiting the last 2 years, and who's taking advantage of it? Fucking Chelsea are. You know, it's unacceptable. And to go back to my point of stinky 0-0 draws at home to fucking Everton, it's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. You've obviously these scenarios aren't finalised yet, so Liverpool could come back and win. You know, Manchester City could absolutely destroy Manchester United tomorrow. These are all sort of ifs and buts at the minute because they're still live. Why the fuck are we still drawing? We can't control that, but we could be possibly opted out of that. Why are we still not doing our thing? Why are we fucking going into Fulham 1-0 down at half time and home to Everton 0-0? Why is that fucking acceptable? And people expect all these pussy little old gooners now expect, oh, just trust the process, believe in it. They're wondering, why do you think I'm stressed? Why do you think people like us are frustrated? Why do you think? Because we pay the money, we put the effort in, week in, season in, year out, and then we get rewarded with this. They better fucking win this game today, I'm telling you. They better win this fucking game today, Arsenal. They need to sort that shit out as well, because they just look like, oh, well, it'll come anyway. So pedestrian, so lackadaisical. And do you know what? So fucking damn right disgrace of them. Absolute disgrace of them. Come out second half team, or don't fucking bother coming out. I'd actually rather them come out and just go, do you know what? We can't be fucking arsed for this title race this year. I'd rather a bit of honesty. Do you know what I mean? Come out and do that. I won't like you, but at least have a bit of fucking respect for you. At least just turn up. Do you know what I mean? You fucking pigs. Oh, well, yeah, I'm starting to get annoyed now. Yeah, Game Killer. Dad's saying, yeah, respect your opinion, but I honestly believe Man City is screwed this season. Yeah, look, but you got to get where Game Killer's coming from, though, innit? You know? And I don't wholly agree either. But, you know, like what Hendo just said, could be 5 points. I know, could be. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But, you know, it's if Manchester City get within 5 points, let me sort of take it from another point now. If Manchester City are within 5 points in January, fuck me, they're 100. I actually sort of maybe even think that might even make them favourites if they're 5 points, because we've seen them do it time and time again. If they can claw that back within 5 points, you're a fool. On January the 1st, you're a fool to rule Man City up. But at the minute, yeah, maybe not so much. We'll have to sort of wait and see how obviously the next few fixtures transpire. But yeah, I honestly believe Man City screwed this season. They're going to get points deduction as well. I mean, like, one of the things I will say about that, Dad, with the 115, and you probably noticed I never really spoke about it. Do you know what? Is there a football, you know, while they're having all these court negotiations going on for the 115, is there a football in that court? No, couldn't give a fuck about it then. I don't care. I could not honestly give a toss about Manchester City's 115. I couldn't give a toss about Manchester City as a whole. I could not give a fuck. If they get points deduction, they get points deduction. I don't care. I really don't care about things like that. It's the whole thing is it irritates me a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know what you're saying. You're not saying it in that context, Dad. But like, I've never been hung up or stuck on that 115. Oh, you know, if they get the 115, maybe we'll win the league, win the fucking league last season, win the league the season before, win the league this season. Do you know what I mean? Fuck the 115. Fuck them. Fuck Manchester City and the 115 and everyone involved in it. I couldn't give a toss about them. But yeah, they think they're playing a bit carefree. Dad, the point that you sort of summarised it up by saying is, yeah, mate, you're right. Maybe the sort of shackles could be a little bit off of them, but that also then in turn could make Manchester City a little bit more dangerous as well. So you've got to look at both sides there, I suppose. Game Killer's sort of saying Todd Bowley spent $700 million on one baseball player this year. Wow, to win World Series. Yeah, see, I don't really follow a lot of sports, but I'll take your words for gospel. Man, yeah, that geezer was willing to spend a lot of money until he gets what he wants, and he will eventually get it. Let's get that right. As you always say, in 5 years, 800 million spent, and this is what we're being served up. I know. It's almost like fucking you know, being working your whole entire life, contributing to the systems, and then when you get ill, you get fucking served like microwave dog food. Oh yeah, thanks for all of that. This is what I get for fighting in 2 world wars. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, get this fucking slop, do I? And that's what it feels like for us. You know, all of this fucking you'll be excited from Josh Kroenke, the knob. All of these cute little fancy words, and we've been fed it. How often? Gazidis was feeding it to us. We'll compete with Bayern. Never have, never did. How did that go? Be excited. Be excited for fucking what? Be excited for this? What's excitable about this? Is we've had to wait fucking an hour from the kickoff to maybe hope that we can come out the second half and start playing football. What's exciting, isn't it? There's nothing exciting. AFC, understand it. AFC, it's not scandal how crap Arsenal are after all that was spent and squandered, mate. Listen, mate, I'm gonna have a cheers to that. Fucking 100%, mate. You're bang on, bro. Double boom, yum. That's the only thing I'm excited for. Is pouring another one of them in a minute. Because what's served up on that fucking telly ain't putting no smiles on faces, mate, is it? It's not. Right, let's go through it. We need one area on. Yes, I think AFC always, or was it you, Endo? One of you did touch on this, and I think I skimmed over it, so apologies for that. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I just see Odegaard come out. So he obviously hasn't made a substitution like that, but 100%. Or at least one of the things, and you know, I'm not totally sure with this, but why couldn't we take Mikel Merino off, who's been fucking ineffective again? What a signing that was, 35 million quid. Do you know what I mean? With 1 year left on his deal, and it takes him fucking until he's about 35. It takes him until Jorginho's age to get used to the league. Oh, that's handy then. Oh, we'd just pay him 150 quid, 150 grand a week for the next 4 years until he finally has 6 months of good seasons in 20 fucking 35. Wicked. What a signing. Why don't we put Nwaneri on maybe on that left hand side? Now I know he does play on that right hand side, but trying things like that, bringing on attacking mid, because we've got no one else. It probably would prefer Trossard in that left hand side, but take Mourinho off and put Nwaneri on there. Give him a bloody chance, innit? You just will never know until you try. I don't know what he's like in training. I've not seen Nwaneri play on that left eight, so I'm not saying yeah he's wicked. Go for it, but try something. Mourinho is not going to unlock this defence. And if he does, fair dues. But realistically, he's not going to be the match winner, the difference maker. Put Nwaneri on. The geezer is absolutely electric when he comes on. And this pace of this football game is anything fucking electric, mate. It's like fucking a hamster running on a wheel. That's what sort of level of electric it is, mate. Slow, sloppy, pathetic. AFC always. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah. Oh, pathetic. Yeah, the choice of word, mate. Sack this manager. This is what we look like 5 years into it. We've got worse going backwards. The football, like Bukayo Saka, he's had a little shot at the near post. Pickford's got down well, really, to a good save. 46 minutes in, so 1 minute into the second half. And we've been knocking on the door. Let's have a little proper look at this. So Odegaard's put a decent sort of ball in, and it's just sort of ricocheted sort of to Bukayo Saka. And he's tried coming in nearish sort of post. Yeah, Pickford's got down and saved that well, to be fair. I'll give him that. And we now have our 6th corner of the game to Everton's 1. And I'll come back to the chat, obviously, once Bukayo's whipped it in. We'll see what it is. Got to do something here. Come on, because it don't look like yet again we're breaking them down in open play. So a good ball, please. I'm actually more sort of confident when it's on Declan's side, really. But a tasty little ball in, tame header, and Pickford very easily from Mourinho. Yeah, shocking. Yeah, the easiest save a goalkeeper will ever make from an Arsenal corner is because it was off of Mikel Marino's fucking nut. That's why. Useless, absolutely useless. We're worse than going backwards. So yeah, coming back to your point, mate, we are. We went forwards, and I thought, you know, that's it. We've sort of unlocked it. And you see these Liverpool, the successful Liverpool teams that won everything. Yeah, they played one way. Klopp had an identity. It might not have been for everyone, but they played that rock and roll football, and they just bettered it every year. Arteta found that sort of, you know, remember when we come out the traps and we should have won the Premier League 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden we were just like, oh, that didn't work. So we'll just fucking play a whole new other way. Now we've got to learn all this way. Oh, now we'll do it again this season. Why didn't we just get better at doing it 2 seasons ago? Can anyone answer me that in the chat? You know, we were blowing teams away left, right, and centre, and I think we bottled it and shit the bed, didn't we? In that season, why didn't we just get better players at that system? I'd love for someone if they could answer to me, because I'm baffled, mate. I'm living in Baffledon, mate. Like I just don't get it. Why have we just gone out? Fuck that. We'll just play an entirely new, different way, which is grotesque on the eye, mate. I just add, absolutely grotesque. If someone could tell me, please, like I'm begging anyone in the chat, please explain to me how. Like we can't just do that. Why do we just need to have a whole new identity every single season and it be shitter on the eye? Like I don't know. Yeah, Aussie, how you doing, brother? Another au revoir for football. Yeah, look, you know, I suppose we started this sort of off with somewhat intent, but that's only one opportunity. You know, we've got to keep going, and Everton's got the ball here and quite a smart position. It's skirt wearer. No, the skirt wearer ain't done nothing with it. Oh, Skirty Calvert-Lewin, pathetic. What a pathetic man he is. Everton's still got the ball though. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of space on that right hand side. Is over what we're going to do with that? Now that's absolutely fine. Yeah, mopped it up. Yeah, Hendo, Spartan FC always the style of play after 5 years being in charge. That's with 800 million spent. It's worse than ARTETA when he first took over Emery. Listen, yeah, that's what we're saying, and we're not just sort of like, I think we're all of sort of similar mindset. Yeah, we sort of are looking at this with all of these other different factors. We're not just going, we hate Mikel Arteta. We're not just going, I can't stand what he's doing. We're not doing this. We're fed up because we can deal with these other sort of variables, and the variables which we're all quite rightly saying, it's been 5 years. The football has got worse. 800 million has been spent. It's not like we're just going, oh yeah, now fucking with nothing or no foundation in which to back up our frustration with. They are blindly there in every single bit of that sentence. 5 years, football shit, 800 million spent. Why can't we be a little bit pissed off at that? And I watched a particular YouTuber, and like he was on with you know, on one of Potsy's shows, little Kai that's gone through a no pace. Yeah, you know, where they've gone, oh, how long do you wait then? So this process has been going on for 5 years now, and so far its fruits have been very small, hasn't it? Let's face that. An FA Cup in the first few months and absolutely nothing else since. So this question was posed to one of these YouTubers. So how long do you wait? And you know what, this geezer, and this particular answer is everything wrong with this Arsenal fan base, yeah? Not us, the normal people. Everything wrong with it. He went, you just carry on waiting. You just carry on waiting as long as it takes. No accountability then. I sat there and I just thought to myself, what's this geezer just said? It was like, oh, if you keep on losing, now just keep on waiting. So that means I can be horrendous. I'm an electrical engineer, yeah? So if I'm doing half-assed jobs where I'm putting sockets in and they're wonky like that, or I'm not even doing my testing, and you know what I mean, things like that, someone's going to go up to me and go, yeah, Aaron, mate, I've kind of noticed you've been a little bit shit at work lately, bruv. Your work stinks, mate. Sort it out, or you're gone. Like I'll be sacked if I do that again. Why aren't we giving this geezer 5 years of accountability? With an endless stream of, oh, it don't really matter if you win. Yeah, go Mikel. Yeah, he knows exactly what we need. Gabby at the back, fucking Tierney at the back, who don't even play. Gabby in attack, who's shit. We're on our way to the Champions League, which was sang about qualification. We got there 2 years ago. This is how inept the fan base are, that they ain't like that chant. That's how backwards. That's how backwards the chant is. They're still singing it. Ditch it or fucking change the words, for crying out loud. Singing about qualification for fucking 3 years. And a manager that's not won anything for 5. Please, someone just fill in them dots. But any of you boys here, let's just go back to that sort of thing I was saying about this particular YouTuber. Oh, just carry on waiting an endless amount of time. Where's the accountability then? Are Real Madrid going to give Carlo Ancelotti, who's actually won him Champions League after Champions League after Champions League and league title? If you don't win him anything this year, he's fucking gone. And he might not even last the end of the season. Carlo Ancelotti. That's why accountability. He ain't doing it no more. Couldn't give a toss what he's won for us. Get out. Get us another geezer in that will win it for us. And if you don't, get out. That's the Chelsea under Roman Abramovich. You can't do it. Get out. And guess what? In the 20 years that he was there, they were the most successful team in England. Why? Because they had accountability rather. Chelsea had accountability, hence why they fucking won every single trophy under Abramovich. What have we got? We've got a fucking dog and a buzzing, zesty little fucking atmosphere. We're a family. Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, I pay 1,400 quid in my season so I can be a part of the family. No, I don't. It's nice going to them games to see sort of people that I know and have a little laugh. I go to see this football club win fucking trophies, and only that. That's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th in my 10 priorities of going to watch Arsenal with my money and my time. Trophies. That's all I want. Couldn't give a fuck about your family. If there's a good little atmosphere, buzzing. Couldn't give a toss about it. I want us to win trophies. And you're saying, no, you're just giving them an endless amount of time. Kai Havertz was put through. His first touch was absolutely Eeyore-ish, and the chance comes to nothing. And just quickly now, I'm going to move on. That chance that Bukayo Saka had was on the 46th minute. There has now been 7 minutes that have elapsed where fuck all's gone on. We are now starting to let this second half pass us by again, people. What are we doing here? Right, yeah, Odegaard's won the ball back. Yeah, come on, Mourinho, that's it. Look, was that Declan Rice? Move the fucking ball. They're just dilly-dallying. Like, these lot are on fucking holiday. It's December, for crying out loud. What are you lot doing, man? Yeah, Hendo. Oh, it's embarrassing. Yeah, the trophy on is hilarious, mate. There's honestly, I promise you, there's maybe on their actual, honours list, there's maybe what, like 10 sections, and then that's even the last. It's not even the first bit, and there's about fucking 40 lines of all of them, mate. Like the Costa del Sol Cup in 63 and 65. They've got that on their honours list. Tottenham Hotspur, the Costa del Sol Cup. Come on, man. Like, that is getting the bin. Do you know what as well? And I use this against one of my Tottenham fans, one of my mates, and this was about a year or so ago. They still sold the 4-4 DVD a year or two ago on their website. It's not on there anymore. 2 years ago, they still sold it, that 4-4 draw. Get in the fucking bin, Spurs, man. Like, and that's why I've got a show coming up called the Top 5 Talk. And obviously in the top 5, a lot of these people are doing top 6. There ain't fucking 6 top clubs in this country. There is not. You've got Arsenal, you've got Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City. Who's the 6th one? Aston Villa? Fuck off. Tottenham? Fuck off. Who else? There is not 6 top clubs in there. It's just a media span narrative to just include more people in there to just get all the crap. Tottenham ain't the top 6. What? Because they finished second once with Pochettino. They got to a Champions League final. That don't make them a top 6 club in England, historically, for crying out loud. There are 5 top teams in England, and then the fucking drop-off is astronomical. Astronomical in terms of trophies won, from 5th to 6th. Astronomical. There's not 6 top clubs. No, there isn't. There's 5. There's 5. Dad, what are you saying? To me, Man City are not playing because they know they're getting a great point deduction. Yeah, look, it's just sort of one of the things. I mean, I know you never truly know. It probably may be hindering them or whatever in some sort of way, shape, or form. But yeah, let Man City and Man City fans sort of deal with a 1-1-5. I know you're using it in reference to how they're playing, which is sort of what I'm saying it. But yeah. Other than in reference to maybe how they're playing football, I'll never talk about the Chargers or that because I don't care. I don't care enough about Man City or their shitty Chargers. Dad, what we saying, mate? I know. I take the Mickey out of your manager. West Ham have the same problem. You would be title contenders without Arteta, and West Ham would be top 10 minimum without the idiot we've got. I know, yeah. Yeah, well, let's face it, we've both got a massive pair of fucking tits. And then Bukayo Saka, come on, is defended it well. They're getting them blocks in Everton. And we're approaching the 60th minute now, people. This is 2/3 of this football game. And we're still not really creating them clear-cut chances. This could be, I'm telling you, this could be a horrendous weekend for Arsenal. Or a horrendous, you can't say horrendous week because we've got a game. We've got a win in midfield. League-wise, domestically, this could be a fucking horrendous 7 days for this football club if we don't win this game. Horrendous. Odegaard has been awful today. Yep, and I'm in agreement with you and AFC. Either take off Mourinho, which would be my first sort of bit, because Odegaard might be able to still give you that moment of magic, but I wouldn't be crying in fucking tears if he went off and went airy. Let's get that right. How we doing, BB David? Yeah, mate. Always good to see you in the chat as well, mate. Big up, fella. Always good to see you. Yeah, hamster wheel, mate. And that's what it is. Newcastle 2-0 up there. Yeah, let's have a little go around the clubs, see what the crack there, see what the scores are. Give us 2 seconds. Oh, so Fulham's Liverpool 1, Fulham 1 now. You know, that was always sort of always a massive possibility, wasn't it? 3-0 up Newcastle, and the Ipswich game's still the same. So yeah, Liverpool 1-1 now. Some of you might put it in the chat a little bit down there. I haven't quite got to that yet. And there you go, Arsenal squandering another little opportunity. Shocking. So we are spending too much time training catwalk, bow stride, new week and 3-0 outfits off the mark. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all they care about. Well, I'm saying that Ethan Neneri's coming out. He's taking off his little varsity jacket. 160 quid, Dazza, 87, mate. And 160 quid. Yeah, that's what they give a toss about, mate. Yeah, sir. How you doing, brother? Big up, mate. And yeah, if you're already here, man, give the channel a like and a sub if you haven't already. It always massively helps. And also do the same for Yasa TV, man. But yeah, big up, brother. Yeah, and I thought one of you would have said, yeah, Gakpo equalises. He ain't actually having a bad season, is he? Gakpo, to be fair. You know, 1-1, yeah, Mama Floss will be happy, yeah. Oh, indeed, she will. Our mama, she'll be very, very, very happy with that result. 10-man Liverpool showing better than 11-man Arsenal. This is what I'm saying. Look, we're at the minute, like I said, I might be a minute behind one of you boys. I've got 59 minutes 38 on the clock. We're in sort of the middle of their half, and we're just passing it around like we're 3-0 up. There's no intent. Bukayo Saka on the ball has found a little bit of Odegaard. He's found Bukayo Saka. Proper cutback. And it just hasn't found his man. The leg of Jordan Pickford has stopped it from finding whoever is at that near post. Now, we've got Odegaard back on the board, and it's a very lackluster pass. Mourinho's still got it. It's a bit of a, yeah, they've managed to escape it, Everton there. Got to start doing something. But yeah, you make a great point, Hendo, mate. And Dad's saying, yeah, you're talking sense. Liverpool with 10-man can still do the job. Yeah, exactly right, because you know they've got match winners in there. You know, I'm not saying just because Gakpo's having a good season that is great, but he's producing the goods this season. They've also got Mohamed Salah that has just been an absolute relentless freak for him over the span of God knows how many years he's been there. Probably what 6 to 8 years Mohamed Salah's probably been there, and he's just done that season in season out. Like, and you've got to say fair play to the geezer. I mean, that is a proper top notch right winger, right forward, isn't he? Absolute top notch. And you always have a chance to win a football game like that. I mean, look at for us, we had Thierry Henry, you know, in our sort of glory days, where you sit there and you just think Henry might not be playing well or whatever, but if he wants to just go, there you go, he'll score a hat trick. And there was no more of a game to actually back up my point. Then, do you remember in 2004 we'd just gone out to Chelsea in the Champions League? Wayne Bridge dagger. We will not talk more about that. Hate that. Hate talking about that. We went out to Manchester United in the FA Cup, and then of course we played Liverpool at the Emirates. Went 1-0 down. And you know, I think then we even went 2-0 down. 2-1 down. Sorry. And then we sort of come back in that half time, come out, and then Thierry Henry just come out that second half and just went, "Don't worry, boys, roll the sleeve up. I'm going to get that back." And he scored a hat trick. Put Jamie Carragher, old Spitty, straight on his backside, didn't he? Straight on his backside, and he won the game. That's what Mohamed Salah can do, you know. And we haven't got that. If Bukayo Saka, his crosses ain't landing. If Gabriel Magalhaes ain't scoring, how are we scoring? You know, it's not even pretty build-up play. We're just lingering onto it in areas. It's very, very, very frustrating. And I've not watched anywhere near enough of this sort of game to suggest otherwise. That this is just going at 0-0. If I had to put if I had to put 100 quid on whether this being 1-0 or 0-0, I'd unfortunately be going 0-0. 0. That's how ineffective we are. Yeah, it's like the Mickey Mouse Cup West Ham one. Yeah, mate. It's that European trophy West Ham one's like the fucking St Johnston's or Johnston's paint trophy, isn't it? The EFL one, whatever it is. But you know, it's a good day out. You know, Tekka, Dad, you enjoyed it, didn't you? And even though that cup was them nicking 105 million quid for Rice. Yeah. No, yeah. Well, that's a fantastic point, Dazza, to be fair, mate. Um, Hendo, and it's probably a better game than the one my son's commenting on. Yeah, I mean, why can't I just get a good game? You know, I've only done a couple of watch-alongs, yeah. I'm just thinking, come on, man, let's just get a good game, and it's just a curse. I think, fuck it, I might just have to stop doing them, man. Every time I have a go, man, it's just a fucking snore fest, and I just get more wound up. I should be having a right old fucking drink up here. The missus and the kids are out. Do you know what I mean? I could fucking sit in my pants, play a bit of PlayStation, but instead, Arsenal are pissing me the fuck off. Yeah, Neri coming on. I didn't actually see who he came on for. I think, did Declan Rice go off? I don't know whether that was a straight swap or whether they've done more. Martinelli's put a dangerous ball in. Havertz has got on to the end of it and done absolutely nothing with it, of course. Yeah, and indeed a far better match than though. Yeah, no, I can probably imagine, mate. Newcastle 4 up on Leicester. Wow. Van Nistelrooy honeymoon is well and truly over. Good. I can't stand him. That what's he done to get Patrick Vieira sent off as well on that day, the Battle of Old Trafford, I'm sure that was an absolute disgrace. Where he stamped on him, and then when Patrick Vieira he just flicked him, he's laying on the floor, flicked him, and then he's rolling around, and then wondered why everyone was pushing him at the end of it. He's a disgrace, that man, Ruud van Nistelrooy. I will hate him for as long as there is oxygen in my lungs. Fuck Ruud van Nistelrooy. I hope his managerial career is miserable. Miserable. I hope he's the Gary Neville of Netherlands managers, mate. I hope he's Gary Neville, mate. Wow, Rice and Odegaard off for Jorginho and Ranieri. Is that who it was? Yeah. Jesus. I mean, the one I'm not a massive fan of Jorginho, but I mean, he can have a decent ball in him. Like again, here we go. We're just using a word I just detest. Hope. That's all it is, isn't it? Hopefully is a word. I mean, for so many different reasons, I won't actually get into. Pardon me, for personal reasons. But hopefully is a word I fucking detest, people. I hate it so much with a passion. And look, it just means hope. If things are out of your hand, out of control, right? And it's just horrible anyway. Hopefully, hopefully, but it is hopefully someone can do something in this game because it's not looking good, is it, man? And this is a big worry. This is a big worry. And I haven't mentioned it yet. And you're absolutely right, Hendo. Everton going to nick this. I have a bad feeling. At 0-0, at 1-0 to nick a draw. That's it. It's always a possibility. Saka not beaten his man yet. Come on, Lino. Come on. What's it on? He ain't give him a. Has he given him a free kick? I'll give us a free kick for that. Was that? I don't know. I'll have to rewatch that. It looked like a foul. Them Linos are shit anyway. Where that incident was is where I sit in the North Bank, so I'm always right next to that Lino. And when it comes to them blowing up for a free kick, there's always incidents like literally a fucking yard away from them, and they don't see it for love nor money. They are literally the most pointless job that is. You know, when you're on the other side, that is the most pointless job in world football. That them Linos, they might as well please just give us goal line technology that beam across the whole perimeter of the pitch, and then bring in assisted offsides, and just donate all of that money to like a what do you call it? Fucking like people who's been through the wars. You know what I mean? I can't think what the word is. It's just gone out my head. Like them. Do you know what I mean? The people like that, some homeless, just do something good with that money, the league, because that is a fucking waste of money. Them Linos, they're nicking it, absolutely nicking a fucking wage. Them lot, they're useless. Veterans is the word I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? People who've fucking done something for this country, because they are pointless, absolutely fucking pointless. Them Linos, I couldn't even think of a bigger waste of money if I tried. Oh, come on now, man. So a bit of miles on the left hand side. No. We're just recycling it back around in between our defenders again, boys. Obviously, we need a win, so what we'll do is we'll just pedestrian-esque fucking pass along our back four. Why not? Not like we need to win, is it? Okay, having a little tease up. Is it a decent ball in? He's just overcooked it, and it's a goal kick, which Jordan Pickford is going to be in absolutely no hurry to take, by the way. And this is sort of what I said, for anyone who's sort of watching at the start. This is your worry, where it starts getting to this 70th minute and it's 0-0, exactly what I said, and the pressure starts coming on. Now we're seeing who's that Mikel Merino off, Gabriel Jesus on. Fuck me, Gabriel Jesus on. Who's confident Gabriel Jesus is going to get us a goal? Hasn't scored since fucking January of this year. One goal in the fucking Carabao Cup in 33 appearances now. 33 appearances. Took 11 million net from this club. Anyone confident of a Gabriel Jesus dagger? Thomas Partey's coming on, so they obviously must want some quicker build-up. Where's the match winners? Where's the match winners? Gabriel Jesus might score. You never know. You know, I might win the lottery later, and I might get handed my fucking big check by fucking Pamela Anderson with her tits out. Do you know what I mean? Well, I probably won't. Yeah, just more pedestrian build-up. So you don't mind this? This is the football we need to be playing when we're 2-0 up. I don't mind this if you're trying to see out a game. You don't want to burn. If you don't want to go for the jugular, I'm fine with this at 2-0. This is 2-0 football. I don't even know why I get surprised, because I expect this every single game and I still allow myself to be disappointed all the time. Come on, Gabriel, that's it. Right, someone's got to start doing something now. We've got 20 minutes left. We're well over the two-third mark in this football match. Something needs to happen because we haven't done anything. This half now is bordering on worse than the first half. Like that's real talk. 25 minutes in, and aside from the first fucking minute, we are looking horrendous. Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I actually got paid. That's actually the only good thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, I sold the ticket, and this is sort of why after the Liverpool game, and it's the first time I've done it really. Like, do you know what I mean? Where I've just gone. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, no, I don't really want to go Saturday. It's the first time I've taken that attitude. Usually, when I've not been able to go, it's because I've been on holiday or I've got some pre-existing sort of thing. I looked at that Fulham game and I was like, nah, do you know what, man? Like, I will go to the Man United, the Cup game in the FA Cup. I thought, selling this ticket can go for that. I'm like, after that Fulham thing, I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. I wanted a nice little relaxing Saturday. So I suppose that is the only sort of shining light. Is I haven't had to take 2 hours of my day getting to Arsenal. I haven't had to spend 3 hours of my day watching Arsenal, 2.5, 3 hours. You know, you get it, and then 2 hours coming back. Do you know what I mean? It takes up your whole day, and then I haven't had to spend any money on fucking shitty Camden Ales beer. I've just got my Nelson Mandela right here. It's 14 quid in Tesco's for 18. Oi oi. Absolute steal. So yeah, you make a very good point, Hendo, brother. Martinelli, yeah, just can't get it at your feet. Now, come on, man, stop holding the balls to the throw-in for so long. Right, yeah, come on, you got to blow up there. That's got to be a yellow card and all, ref. Come on, yeah, he knows it all day long. That's right now, Martinelli. Get the fuck up. You're not injured. Get up, ready for the corner. Yeah, for the free kick. Sorry, get up. There's no need to just linger around and roll around like a little pansy. Not a fan of that. I've never been a fan. I don't care if it's our own players or not. Rolling around on the floor. Get up. Stop being a fucking melt. No time for it. Ashley Young receiving the gut for receive. I can't believe he's still going. Ashley Young, fair deuce to him. Oh, fucking, remember when he got that bird shit in his gob? Funny as fuck. And then he denied it. It was like, what else from the sky that was white fell into the Old Trafford pitch then? Madness. Come on, Martinelli, what are you going to do? Pickford punches out. It was an okay ball, nothing fantastic. We've still managed to keep it in. Kai Havertz, what are you going to do? So yeah, Bel Saliba, there was a ball on there, but it's not your job to right. Is it falling? Is it falling to anyone here? No. Still Everton have managed to find it. This is just not good enough here, man. Absolutely not good enough. Hendo, I gave up my season ticket back in 13-14, and I do not regret it one bit. I saw the signs of the decline back then, and sadly proven right. Well, do you know what I mean? Let's face it. You have been you've saved yourself about 14 fucking grand, and that's just on the ticket. Like you're an absolute winner in that metric whatsoever. But more importantly, you've saved yourself loads of time, mate. Absolutely fucking fair dues to you, mate. Like, fair dues to you. I've only had this one for I think was it 4 or 5 years. We had a one or so before. Like yeah, it's sort of starting to get to that sort of thing where I'm not really where you are in terms of like ready to give it up yet, but you know, like for the very fact that I'm already deciding, you know what, I can't be asked to go today, which is the first time I've ever done that. And you know, sort of sell my ticket with no reason not to go other than that I don't really want to. That's sort of starting to edge it. You know what I mean? Like, I won't carry on outlaying that price if you know we're just going to be constant failures year and year after. We've spent a lot of dough. Do you know what I mean? I'm not at that point yet, Hendo, but I wouldn't be surprised, you know, in the future at some stage if I did sort of come to that conclusion, mate. You know, which is a fucking shame, really. Trossard's ball in. Is it going to fall nicely for anyone? Sorry, boys. Itchy nose. Yeah, Dad, Mickey Mouse Cup. Here we go. I was waiting for you. Yeah, Dazzy, you've got him. Mickey Mouse Cup, you have won sod all, son. The last cup you won on Arteta was the team he inherited, and he's done nothing yourself to think about it. Dad, you're absolutely right, but nibble, 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 chomp, 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 chomp. Nom 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 nom. Love your dad, man. But yeah, I thought you was gonna buy it, and you did. Yeah, big up, man. You done him, Daz. I knew that would. Just all coming on for Martinelli, yeah, man. What we saying here? Yeah, Dazza. What? Oh, sorry, Dazza. Yeah, I can vouch for Aaron not missing a game. Yeah, because Darren sits next to me. This is a change. Up playing solely on Arteta. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man. Yeah, it is. It is, mate. It's just not good enough. When I was working in Switzerland back in the late 90s, I used to fly back for matches, even midweek ones. That was how dedicated I was. And fucking fair dues to you, by the way. Now my shadow will not darken the Emirates doors. Yeah, mate, that's it. Listen, for you, and you've got to respect, like, people. Do you know what I mean? Got to respect your opinion there, mate. You've done your service. You've done, look at that flying to Switzerland and back. Do you know what I mean? That's some serious graft, Endo, bruv. You know, and if you don't feel like you're getting the value for it, yeah, fucking. If you don't feel like you're getting the value for it, mate, do you know what I mean? In your sweet, sweet, precious time, I don't know if you're a family man, kids or etc. I don't know, but you know, it's got to come to a point where it's just like you're losing all this precious time. Even if you're not, even if you're just chilling on your own, you're still not being able to do what you very well want because of the obligation of having a season ticket for Arsenal. It's as simple as that. So I think fair dues to you. Wolves have won all with Ipswich today. Big up Rashid, bruv. Big up, man. Big up to you. Arsenal can't open up a low block. Yeah, Everton, Chelsea win their game. That's 4 points between us. Yeah, man. This is what I'm saying, Rashid, bruv. And it is, to the word you're using, it is shambolic. Why is it shambolic? Because yet again, look at Liverpool. Now let's just quickly go over there. Let's just double check before I make this statement. It's still 1-1 with 74 minutes on the clock at Liverpool with Fulham. Yeah, 10 men down. there are all these little opportunities, like last weekend, for us to claw things back, and we shit the bed against Everton, against Fulham, and we're shitting the bed against Everton. This is at home, man. Everton have come here today with no real intent to do anything, but we've had opportunities to open this team up, man. Like, this is just, I'm sorry, this is just so poor on so many different levels. Watching this half now, Hendo, Rashid, anyone that's watching it, please put in the chat, see if you agree with me. At the minute, this half's fucking worse than the first half. There's just nothing. I'm not at the edge of my seat going, oh yeah, we're gonna get a goal. You know, like, yeah, don't worry, it's coming. It's not. I'm sat here and fucking hoping, horrible word, hoping that we can do something. That's not a sign of a fucking winning team, and it's not the sign of a good team that knows how to win, mate. Like when you're hoping at home against fucking Everton on the 78th minute. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is what I'm saying. Nice 56 quid in my fucking skyrocket, mate. Swerving this shit. But more importantly, 6-7 hours of my day, of my life saved, not fucking going to this shit. And I don't want it to become a routine. But yeah, Hendo, yeah, that's it. Yes, this half is as bad as the first. Yeah. Trossard, what the fuck was that? Well, it's starting to piss me off, this shit now. Like, it's as bad as the first half, yeah, mate. Like, we've not even woke up in the second half again. We had one opportunity for Bukayo Saka in the 46th minute. 46th minute. 30 fucking 3 minutes ago. That's half hour ago. That's a third of the game ago. Come on, man. Fucking joke, mate. And yeah, I know, and to just say another word that I like. Shambolic. This shit. Shambolic, man. And I always warn those Arsenal fans that get gassed up and predict big scores against opposition teams. I always fear the stink fest that we're witnessing today. Yeah, man. And I said it literally in my opening 10 minutes before kickoff. You wouldn't be surprised if you start getting to 0-0 and that pressure then starts carrying on building. And then look what's happened. Or happening, rather. Let's say it in present tense. Look what's happening. It's all right, Mikel. I'm there clapping his fucking hands. Constantly clapping his hands. It's like Odegaard when he does his little retard fucking thing like that. When he's trying to G the crowd up. It's only one of the good things about him being off the field, that we don't have to see him wagging his fucking arms around. That's all Mikel does. It's just, that is not tactics, Mikel, mate. Just clapping your hands. And look, oh, and he's offside. Yeah. I thought he would have been. Man, Hendo, I hope your prediction don't actually come into fruition and Everton fucking nick this, bruv. Honestly, man. Like, oh, a bit of time wasting. Come on, man. Who's that 22? He's taking the absolute piss for Everton. 2-1 Fulham. Oh, shit. What? You mean that? Oh, shit. Liverpool. Yeah, you're right, Dad. Yeah, 2-1 Fulham. And Arsenal are fucking 0-0 at home to Everton. Arsenal now have a fuck. Right, let's put it in because they're losing again now. And there's 10 minutes to go now, yeah, boys. There's also a game in hand to play, but we could now go within, what's it, 4 points, 3 points behind Liverpool. Let's have a little as it stands table check. Yeah, with 4 points, we could again sort of go back in between them. We're 6 at the minute, so it could be 4 if we win this game. What are we fucking doing? Why are we shitting the bed here? Oh no, it would be because they're on 35. Sorry, because they're drawing. So it'd be 3 points, and we're doing this. You fucking shit the bed, mate. Absolutely shit the bed. Big up, Aces, bro. How you doing, man? I'll tell you what. If Liverpool lose this fucking game, and also, I might have to fucking turn the fucking camera off very quickly, man, because there's smash fucking laptop settings if we fuck this up. Honestly. And I can't be going through more laptops, man. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous how many laptops I go through. And it's not even just smashing things like that. My last two, I fell asleep fucking both at Christmas time with fucking whiskey and coke in my hands. Just fucking completely passed out. The Mac I bought was like 1,500 quid. And I just fucking passed out, let it all fucking spill into the keyboard. Fucking Apple wanted 600-700 quid to just replace the motherboard for that shit, man. Like this is my third laptop in a year. Like no shit. Like it was getting to the point where I couldn't even afford another Mac anymore. I'd spend 700 quid on this one, and I don't know how to fucking work it because it's not a Mac. So yeah, Arsenal, man, don't fucking cost me another laptop today, you fucking pigs. They need to be scoring, man. Let's go to the chat quick. Yeah, Dad, you bit with fucking Dazza, didn't you, Dad, man? You got, I love it. Yeah, Terence, it's a cup, yeah, for full-time bar staff and part-time footballers. Or Dad, don't rise to him again, Dad. Oh, here we go. Fucking Everton on a little break. Doesn't really look a convincing break, but he's beat, who was it? Ethan Nonarian, but yeah, that's going nowhere. So, and of course, Arsenal fans to take advantage. It's just so typical, isn't it? It's so typical. What I'll probably do, depending on fucking stress levels, because like if we draw this game, like honestly, it's gonna feel like smash my laptop to bits. Fucking settings. I'll try not to do that. I most likely won't. I hope. But I'll probably stay on and have a little brief review and a little fucking moan about it, or hopefully if we can fucking win it, be a bit more of a positive one. But I'll probably stay on for about 15 or so minutes after full time, hopefully talking about how we've closed the gap to Liverpool. But at the minute, boys, I'm sorry, I just can't see where it's coming. I mean, this time's going quick, mate. Like before you know it, we're at 84 minutes. Trossard down on the left, beat his man. What's the delivery like? Oh, is they got in the fucking way of each other? And Gabriel Jesus has got. It's not a Stonewall opportunity, but I don't know what's just happened there. But fucking, what's going on here? All these opportunities, we're getting to the ball, they're falling to us. I don't. It's hard in real time to make sense of what happened there, but one of them's fucking shit the bed. It didn't look like a great goal scoring opportunity, but it's an opportunity nonetheless, and it's just not happening for us because we're not making it happen. Come on now, man. Wake up. You've got 10 minutes, yeah? Realistically, including a bit of stoppage time. You've got 10 minutes now to maybe change your season around. Great ball in by Trossard. No one's gotten the end of it. What's that? A corner? Put your flag down, Lionel, you useless piece of shit. And he has done. Braithwaite has headed it out for a corner. Right. Come on now. These are important, mate. This is a massive, massive, massive possibility as a game changer for Liverpool because not only, I know we didn't take advantage of it, and so far we're not taking advantage of it now. But this could be a bad little spell of Liverpool, and it could be their only bad little patch of the season. If we're going to capitalise on it and have anything in this season, it needs to be in this fucking next 10 minutes, probably 9 minutes now. Kai Saka's whipping it in. And it looks like it's fucking well overboiled. Is it going to drop to? Yeah, it's so scrappy. It don't drop to anyone. It's sort of half cleared out. It's dropping to them. You know when it's going to drop to one of you, it's not dropping to us. Yeah, aces, man. Yeah, big up, fella. Liverpool away to Tottenham next Sunday. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is like a season-defining week, really. Now that Liverpool potentially dropping points in both their games, it's a real season-defining 6-7 days for Arsenal. And so far, like what Ace has just said there, 4 points dropped. And absolutely, Arteta out. If that's the well, I mean, I was Arteta out anyway, but absolutely out now. Jokes aside, the cup is just another money spinner for UEFA. Absolutely, Darren, 100%, mate, 150%. And a defensive masterclass. Yeah, it's just annoying though, man. We haven't really given them that much. So, pardon me, aces, like to do. Do you know what I mean? It's a real frustration. So we're getting into 86.5 minutes now. Not enough's been done. Oh, Gabriel Jesus with a fucking awful ball into the box. He's fucking useless, that geezer, man. Like that. What is the point in him? What is the point in that? Honestly. Oh, here we go. Here's that. So a little cutback. I fell to Bill Saliba there, and he's just let it nudge off and then break. Oh, come on, mum. Opportunities just being spurned and spurned. Oh. Absolutely fucking shit. Right, come on now, do something. Was it going to go up? No, it's gone straight to the fucking keeper. Pickford, who is again going to be an absolute no rush. 8:07.5 on the clock now. He's going to take about fucking 2 minutes to kick this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's eventually let it go. As long as these minutes get added on. Yeah, nicely. Right, come on now, Ray. You've got the ball. Recycle it. Don't fucking hold it. Recycle the ball. Right, come on, yeah. Forward now. Yeah. No, there's no time to piss around now. No time for pissing around. 88 minutes on the fucking clock. Crap ball in from Thomas Partey. Headed back, cleared out. He's got it back. Yeah, come on now. Come on. Have a bit of fucking oomph in you, for crying out loud. Come on, man. It's gone out to the left for Trossard. He's giving it up. Yeah, come on. That's ours all day long now. Come on. Throw the fucking ball. Don't hold it. Throw the ball. I swear these geezers think we've got like another half left or something. I just don't see where this goal's coming from, man. I really don't. Nice little touch there, Timber. Timber's got through. That just the cutback's it's not good enough. Not good enough. Not enough men in the box, maybe, but also the cutback just is not good enough there. Right, we're working our way into the box. Maybe trying to get a fucking bit of touch in the fucking box is going to be. Oh, Gabriel Jesus, you're fucking useless, mate. You are so shit. You are. Do you know that? Got to try and work something here. What is that? No, it looks like it's a nothing in there. It's a challenge, but it didn't look like a pen. I mean, he's massively contesting it, but in the 89th minute, you would, wouldn't you? What about to Timber? His touch is just absolutely horrendous. Come on, man. Come on, what we doing? We flagging up here for what? What's going on here, man? This is turning into be an absolute shamble of a performance from Arsenal. If they don't get a late winner, which I predict that they won't, just through common fucking sense and having watched 90 minutes of this game of football, these footballers should hang their head in shame. And do you know what? If I was in that stadium, yet again, I would be fucking booing my fucking little heart out, and I'll probably be the only one doing it. Not good enough, man. VAR checking. Oh, what's this here? What we're saying is VAR checking here. Is the ball sort of gone here? There's a VAR check on a decision, no penalty, no foul. It didn't look like it, to be fair. Yeah, it almost sort of looked like it. Yeah. It looked like it had gone from the angles that they're showing on telly. Yeah, a minor. Jota equalises for Liverpool 2-2. Yeah. What a horrendous day at the office. What a horrendous 7 days for Arsenal Football Club. We've played fucking Fulham and Everton at home. And we've got fucking 2 points for it. Absolute disgrace. Where's the Arteta inners then, you fucking little wank stains? Please, can you just describe to me how, when you've got an opportunity to claw it back to fucking Liverpool in a title race that looked like it was gone, you've had the opportunity to come back, you've shit the fucking bed, you've got 2.5 minutes left to do, and it just ain't happening. You're fucking useless, mate. That manager will not get us over the line. Maybe he might sneak that little Carabao fucking cup. Maybe he might sneak it, but we ain't spent 800 fucking million for a Carabao Cup. We ain't waited 5 years for a fucking Carabao Cup. Would it be nice? Yes. Yeah, look, and they've got a corner. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking useless, mate. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace, this is. What a fucking waste. What a waste of an opportunity. Again. 2 times in 7 days we've done this. Come on now, David Raya. Throw the ball out. Don't hold the ball there. Just throw the fucking ball out. No time for pissing around either, Trossard. Do you know what I mean? We don't give a fuck if you got a bit of skill or not. Pass the ball forward. Look at the empty seats in the Emirates, man. Fucking hell. Madness. Ten out of 10 window, though, we had. Into that last minute now, people. Trossard, what are you gonna do? You're gonna step up? Oh, almost a little corner then. Yeah, throw in. Come on now. You got 40 seconds. Come on. You're holding on to the ball for. Throw it. Throw the fucking ball. Only your time you're wasting. Come on. Oh, they haven't got the throw, mate. There you go. That is just about as poor as it gets. And thank you for the banner. When was the last time you paraded through London? Fuck's sake. BVB David Man, Oliver Glasner is more of a cup team than league manager, so quarterfinals, League Cup. Yeah, maybe a competitive one, mate. Like, oh, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I'm sorry, mate. Like, fucking, I can't even like make sense of most of the words now. My brain's just fucking, just absolutely devoid of it now. Absolute disgrace. Disgrace. 0-0 full time, you fucking pigs, mate. Arteta out. Full time. Arteta out. Fuck you, Arteta. Fuck you, mate. You're shit. In the last 2 fucking games, match day games, you've had the opportunity to close the game, to close that lead to 4 points. You are well within a title race, by the way. Well within that title race. If you beat Fulham, and even if you beat Everton here, you've got a great little fucking shout to sort of be there or thereabouts. But what have you done again? You fucking shit the bed with your shit negative fucking football, mate. Get out. You are fucking poison to this club. The only good thing the good thing you brought to this football club is the fucking is an FA Cup. Sorry, it's the fucking FA Cup, and that's all you've done in 5 fucking years. 800 million spent. You fucking parasite. Kroenkes, you should be fucking sacking him, but you've also got no ambition because he's going to probably get you in the top 4. Fucking absolute shambles, that is. Absolute shambles. Every single one of them Arsenal players, including especially the fucking manager, should be walking out that stadium hanging their head in shame. Let's have a little listen, see if there's any boos at full time. One sec. His Everton team set a perfect of emerge with a point against Arsenal. From the start. Fucking joke, mate. Yeah, fucking no, it's fair. But all fucking mugs are still fucking clapping it though, aren't they, mate? Clapping fucking what? A 0-0 draw, even just in isolation. Yeah, all the players are stood there going, looking at each other like, oh, what's gone wrong here? What's happened here? You all weren't fucking good enough. You're all shit. That's what the problem is, mate. You're all fucking useless, overpaid, parasite little cunts. Fuck the fucking lot of you, mate. Why do you think now the fans like me don't fucking swerve in this games? I'd have actually gone and spent fucking a lot of energy and a lot of time today. I wouldn't be back till about fucking 7:30 today watching this shit. Watching this shit. Hendo, mate, you've probably got it sussed. Probably got it sussed, mate. Getting rid of this shit. This is unacceptable, mate. Absolutely unacceptable. How can Mikel Arteta absolutely have anything about this? What was he bringing on? Gabriel Jesus, who had about 5 touches. 2 of them were fucking shit. One of them was a horrendous cross into the box that didn't even meet anyone. Like, what we're doing here? And then you're bringing Trossard on, who's absolutely had a stinker. Nah, mate. Absolute fucking joke. Honestly, this club, mate, underneath this current regime of Mikel Arteta and his bubble of fucking delusion, You will not be seeing Arsenal lift any major trophies anytime soon. Anytime soon. We have let fucking one of the shittest Everton teams in the history of the Premier League. In the history of the Premier League. Just stink. They didn't even defend. Like they defended all right. Do you know what I mean? But it's not as if they were like fucking like out their skins defensive. We were just devoid of anything. Why does our captain keep getting subbed off? Why does Odegaard, our captain, by the way, we've had years of Tony Adams, sleeves up, sleeves up. Same with Patrick Vieira. Our captain fucking Odegaard's getting taken off every fucking game. And it's not just because of fitness, because he was doing that prior to his fucking injury. Why is our captain getting taken off? Because he's not fucking captain. Not a captain. Not a captain. What's the fucking substitutions doing? That's nothing, is it? Nothing's happening. Why is there? There's no match winners in the squad coming on. Gabriel Jesus, he's just another fucking shit statistic, Gabriel Jesus. Oh, now we're adding to 33 games, 1 goal in fucking against Preston North End. And you expect Arsenal fans to be buzzing with this? Fucking absolute joke, mate. Absolute fucking joke, this shit. When are people going to wake up and realise that this is not fucking good enough? Look, the bench is shit, right? The bench is shit. But the first 11 ain't too bad. A good manager would have won the league at least once over the last 2 years, and he'd probably be second in this league, minimum. Absolute fucking borderline minimum. It's a fucking joke. Another game, Martinelli, what's he fucking done? Another game, Odegaard's just wasting opportunities. What's Kai Havertz done? Can someone fucking tell me what fucking this absolute What's fucking Eeyore done? What's Eeyore done today? What's that fucking spastic up top and the 29 done today? He's just allowed to be going completely anonymous yet again. What are we doing here? Because Saka didn't really have one of his best games. What are we doing? We can't now. When we're not conceding or scoring, from corners, we are fucking toothless. But Arsenal are back. We don't need a striker because we scored 5 against Sporting, 5 against the shittest team in the league, West Ham. Like, we don't need a striker now. And then look what's happened. Look what's happened. We scored 2 goals from a fucking corner against Man City. We stink the place out and somehow managed to draw from a fucking corner again against Fulham. We can't even fucking score a time against Everton fucking Football Club. One of the worst Evertons as well that Premier League's ever seen. And I've seen the table up here now. We're third, 6 points behind with Liverpool with a game in hand. We could have been fucking second. 2 points. If we'd have won the last 2 games, we'd have been 2 points behind Liverpool. Albeit with a game in hand, 2 points. That's a totally different fucking season, that. Totally different league. And now look what happens. We're Everton. Now they're all the way up to the dizzy heights of fucking 15th with their 0-0 draw at home away to Arsenal. Come on, man. Right, it's absolutely shocking. Fucking shocking. Ryan, how you doing, bruv? Pathetic, but not surprising. 100, mate. Look, they're more interested. I'm watching this on an Australian thing, yeah. I just see them coming out. They're more interested in selling that shitty varsity £160 jacket than they are winning these football matches. They couldn't give a shit as long as they look good in their new £160 varsity fucking jacket. That will go out of date quicker than anything else because the new merch line will be out in fucking 7 days' time. What are we fucking doing here, mate? Yeah, just one skimming over the things. Advantage Chelsea this weekend. It's all looking rosy for Chelsea, mate. It's looking very rosy for Chelsea this weekend. They are winning every single fucking weekend, didn't they, at the minute? These last 2 or 3 weekends, mate, they are looking absolutely buzzing, mate. Well, it's just 23 times Odegaard has been subbed. Here we go. Never known the captain to be subbed off so many times. I don't even think Tony Adams. It wouldn't surprise me. Might not be a fact. But I bet you Tony Adams and Patrick Vieira, between them in 30 fucking 40 years, didn't get subbed off that many times. Between them. Martin Odegaard's been captain for fucking 2.5 years or whatever, 2 years, and he's been subbed off 23 fucking times. Like, what? That's fucking madness, mate. Can we now finally stop calling Odegaard world class? Thankfully, people like us aren't fucking mentally retarded enough to have said it in the first place. But I know who you're targeting. Yeah, he's not world class. He cannot. He does. I can't take away from him. He does keep this midfield ticking over. Yeah, but I'm sorry. Not if you're going to be a title winning team, You need to add fucking. I think he gets a fair few assists or whatever. Whatever. He needs to be adding goals to this fucking game. Is my final point before I start pissing around with that point. He needs to be adding goals to his game, and he hasn't been adding them for the best part of 18 months. He is the central attacking midfielder Martinelli at the minute. I'm sorry. We cannot have too many passengers in this team, and we've got most of them right up front. Havertz, fucking ghost, absolute ghost. I don't even think he existed today, did he? Fucking, he was just a phantom, just lingering around. Fucking Casper, just fucking completely see through. I didn't even know he was there. So we had Casper the fucking donkey ghost up top. You've got Martinelli, who's stanked the place out for 18 months, and Odegaard, who hasn't really been scoring for 18 months. And you expect this team to go on a fucking title charge. Bukayo Saka don't beat his man that much, but he still gets the GA, a lot of whatever. He still does get his goals and assists. The problem is if the other lot of shit, whilst he's scoring all the goals, and you can't expect him to score every fucking goal, he's got to get an assist, but no one's scoring for him to assist. It's fucking batshit, mate. Like, my head can't take it. Yeah, best of luck with David Mama, yeah. But fucking worse for the ones by far, by a country far here, by a country mile here. And some might say Liverpool because they're at home and drawing. But I'm sorry, they've got points to at least lose. We haven't. We've got astronomical amount of points to waste, and we are wasting them. We are wasting them. Dad, everyone can see how open they were on the left-hand side, except for Arteta. Your manager lost you the game. Oh, 150%. I'm sorry, this manager has to be like accountable for not getting this team up for the challenge from the first fucking minute. From the first minute, not from the first minute of the second half, not from any point. This team should be hungry instantaneously to go and win games. Like I said earlier, against that Fulham game, we knew that Liverpool weren't playing because that game got cancelled. That was a phenomenal opportunity there to get and put Liverpool haven't had any pressure on them this season. We had a fantastic opportunity to put some pressure on them this season. What did we do? We didn't fucking turn up, and we obviously will never know. Like, they could never know, like in game while Liverpool are playing at the same time. But look what they've done here. They've come and played against Everton and fucking just stanked the bed out. I wonder what's Arteta going to say? What's he going to produce? We absolutely give everything in the game. We give everything. No, you didn't. You didn't even remotely fucking give anything. And you know he's going to come out with some fucking bullshit. They defended really well. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't come to play football. And he's going to be saying, they gave their heart on the pitch. Oh, I'm sorry, not enough fucking heart. Nowhere near enough heart. And it's going to be bollocks like that. Why can't he, that little fucking pig, just come out and just say what it is? We have not been up for it the last two fucking games. And whose fault is that, Mikel Arteta? You. There's going to be no Amazon Prime thing if you going in there and smacking things like that and going, this is unacceptable, guys. Why don't you actually do that to yourself? Why don't you fucking go in there and have a little look in the mirror and go, this is unacceptable, that you cannot get a fucking Arsenal football team that cannot get up for fucking marginalising and taking the margin away from Liverpool to fucking 9 points to fucking 3 points. You can't get them teams up for that. You can't get them motivated enough for that. No, then you're not a manager. You're shit. You're not a manager. What are you managing? You're not doing anything, mate. Like, I'm sorry, it's just borderline unacceptable for me, man. And now after everyone's up, the club releases the new merch. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you watch Monday to Wednesday, there'll be some other fucking shit out, mate. That's about 300 quid. Geezer, how we doing, mate? Always a pleasure for you to be in here, man. I'll see you in here. Always a pleasure that you've made it over, bruv. Yeah, big up ending as well. Yeah, the attack is a wet fart. They stink and they fucking linger, mate. An analogy I actually really like. Yeah, they are. Arsenal are just a fucking complete diarrhea, soggy, wet fart. There's nothing enjoyable about it. It don't feel great, and it fucking stinks the place out. Arsenal, aka Wet Fart FC, 150%, mate. Like, there we go. Wet Fart FC. There's a new one born. I'll tell you, has failed since he's taken us over 100%. He is a coach, nothing more. Yeah, fucking absolute facts, mate. Dad, was also going to release sunglasses under their new merch so you cannot be recognised. Yeah, mate. Yeah, fucking some polarised ones, mate. Yeah, just so you can't. That's what these lot need. They need some fucking new Arsenal polarised merch because after performances like that, how could you go home and look your missus in the fucking eye? Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't. If I was doing things like that, performing so bad, I wouldn't be able to look my wife in the eye for a couple of days. until I start trying to put it right. But these lot, they just fucking couldn't give a toss, could they? They give it all the big old spiel about family and things like that, but they couldn't give a toss, mate. It's all about the money. Yeah, it's finished there. Michael, big up, brother. How you doing, my mate? Great result for us, bad day for you. Look, listen, it's been a fantastic weekend for Chelsea for a couple of weekends in a row now. You've just got to do what you need to do, and do you know what? You probably will. That's the annoying thing. And um, uh, I again, you are choking sense like the way you talk from the heart and all that realistic. Yeah, man. Yeah, Dad. Yeah, Hendo's one of the fucking proper real ones. My old mucker, mate. Yeah, no fucking about Hendo. Decent manager would have players playing efficiently. Yeah, so they don't have to leave their heart on the pitch. I'll tell it's a fraud. Listen, every single bit of word you just said there is absolutely correct, mate. If this isn't an efficient thing, you know, like 1 minute it's, oh yeah, we don't need an attacker because we've scored 2 goals in 5 goals in 2 games. Then all of a sudden it's, we're the greatest from fucking corners and set pieces. Why don't you just put something consistent in there? Oh, like a fucking goal scorer. But no, we've got Kai Havertz, fucking purple patch, fucking 29. Do you know what I mean? Why are we relying on this? It's fucking like, what did Einstein say? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. Mikel Arteta, you fucking are not signing strikers and you're expecting Arsenal to fucking score loads of goals and win a fucking Premier League title. I said it in the beginning, one of the first things I said here. Alan Shearer, Eric Cantona, Dennis Bergkamp, Ian Wright, Nicholas Anelka, Dwight York, Andy Cole, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Thierry Henry's, Didier Drogba's, all the way up to Diego Costa's, to Jamie Vardy's, to Haaland's, to Aguero's. You need, over the fucking inception of this Premier League title, you have needed strikers to win you fucking titles. For the vast majority, oh, but Liverpool done it with Firmino. Yeah, they had 2 fucking wingers that scored 20, 30 goals a season. Oh, but they done it with Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, but they also had other fucking quality players, Manchester City. We haven't got a striker, and we haven't got the other quality players, the match winners. What do you think Bukayo Saka's going to fucking be man of the match in 38 consecutive Premier League games, do you fucking idiots? What we even doing here? It's madness, mate. Manchester United, yeah, beat that lot 4-0. There you go. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, there you go. If there's any stat you want to see how pathetic that was, it's just come from Michael, mate. Manchester United beat that lot 4-0. Pathetic. Fucking pathetic. Some fans are excited about our favourable fixture over the next few games. I bet they're not so favourable now. Well, I mean, if you can't beat Everton at home, there isn't a fucking another favourable fixture left in the calendar, is there? Do you know what I mean, brother? Hendo, thank you. Also, for the watch along. Terence, you sounded very well hosting the show. Thank you very much, brother. It's always appreciate Hendo. Makes watching Arsenal an enjoyable event. Yeah, Matt. Well, listen. Like, to be fair, you know, I've enjoyed doing this one to sort of some extent. Last weekend I didn't really feel too great, and the Preston one was, you know, I just sort of started up the channel, and it was a little bit meh. I've got a little bit sort of used to it, you know. It's all a little bit of a learning curve, but yeah, man. No, always thanks. It's always nice to know I'm doing somewhat of a fucking half decent job, and it's, to be fair, I will probably do a couple more of them. Do you know what I mean? I was a little bit unsure at first about the watch-alongs, especially being a new YouTuber, whatever you want to fucking call it. And do you know what I mean? Not really knowing, or you know, a lot about this or whatever. Sometimes it's a little bit daunting to just be on your own for what, like I have done, for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And try and sort of do it. It's all a new thing for me, but you know, as long as I'm not totally fucking boring your brains to death, I suppose that's a fucking win for me. It's just a shame it's not a win for Arsenal as well, mate. Forest beat Villa tonight, and Forest only 2 points behind Arsenal. This is what I mean. We're more likely to go down than up as a fucking joke. Yeah, big up, man. I'm gonna wrap up in a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna get through these last few sort of compliments, but before I obviously like do sort of start wrapping up, man. Big up to everyone who's watched. It's gratefully appreciated, and it's a shame that we ain't really got much more of it. But if you can drop us a like and a sub, man, that'd be fucking phenomenal. Oh my god, you are giving me nothing but armor. You are pause me bullets, hand grenades to take the piss out of Arsenal. I know, yeah. A lot of the lads on there talk sense. Why can't your board say that? Yeah, man. Look, listen, this fucking they just don't. Do you know why? Because they're bored of telling themselves, Dad. They don't want to. They don't give a shit about winning trophies. It's all about the fucking money, 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 money. Yeah, they want money, 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 money. It's all they give a fuck about. Absolutely, the team stinks, mate. It's like my man said up there, mate. Wet fart FC, bruv. Wet fucking fart FC. Brentford tomorrow, however, I'm mindful, given Brentford 1-2-0 at the Bridge last season. Well, mate, yeah, I mean, we've got to the stage now where I'm kind of fucking hoping as well. That fucking that hope, hate it. That Chelsea dropped points, but I mean, realistically, this season's just fucking gone in it, mate. I think Chelsea will have too much of Brentford, is what Endo said. I actually totally agree. How many draws now at the Emirates? Yeah, I think we've had Brighton. We've had obviously this game. I think there's one more. And then obviously away, we've had Fulham, Man City. Just too many draws. Way too many draws. And that's been a constant problem, isn't it? Over the last few sort of seasons. And I'm just going to take this one. And what was saying, Aaron, I'm going to tell you, you're doing a great job, man. Big up, man. Keep it up. I will try. We need more realist Arsenal fans creating content. Yeah, man. It's like, there's a few of us sort of coming out, do you know what I mean? And it's nice that we're not all fucking deluded little fucks that will sit there after games like this, Hendo, and start talking to however many people are in the chat or however many people view it on the comments, on the catch up, whatever, and just start going, well, basically, all we need to do now is just stick together. We need to be a little family, you know. Mikel Arteta will get it right in the fucking end. I want to be alive before we fucking get it right. I could walk out there and fucking be hit by a bus, or I could fucking die of old age before Mikel Arteta's going to win us a fucking trophy. Like, oh yeah, we've got to be patient. We can see what he's doing. How can we see what Mikel Arteta's doing? He changes his fucking game style fucking every other 5 minutes. Like, what we doing here? Like, the one he actually got right, and that was fucking blowing teams away. He shit the bed because we didn't win that league 1 year, and he just completely reverted from it. Now we're playing shit fucking football. We're actually further away from the fucking league. People think because you know that year that we fucked it up, because we finished with less points last season and closer to Manchester City, that was an improvement. We fucking led the Premier League for the vast majority of 2 years ago. How's that fucking an improvement in not leading it barely at all and still finishing behind? Can someone explain to me how that's an improvement? Like, look, you're chasing or absolutely dominating and then dropped off. I'd rather dominate and not fucking drop off than constantly fucking chase. Like, how is that an improvement? But I don't get it. Maybe it's just me, but I think with the people in here that come and regularly view and we talk about it, I know what you guys think about it. It's fucking madness. It's madness to me. But as an AO man, give us a fucking like, give us a subscribe if you can. It's always massively fucking grateful. I massively appreciate it. Thanks very much for coming along. I will be doing a little bit more, a few watch-alongs. And yeah, man, always a pleasure. I love having a little fucking chat with you lot, man. It makes it actually bearable. Do you know what I mean? Because if I was on my own now, I'd be fucking livid, mate. I'm telling you, I'd be seething. So you lot keeping me up here, man. So thank you very much for every single one of you. Drop a like and a sub, and I'll catch you soon, man. Have a good evening, everyone else. Thank you very much.